another episode of Critique. Today is the Fire Emblem stream where we will
Yeah.
exclusively be talking. Yeah, because Ellie's been talking my ear off about fire. That's why we're late. Well, that and a technical difficulty.
Yeah, YouTube
Also
YouTube
because
didn't want to give me this go live button for
yeah,
some
YouTube is
reason.
like, no, you are talking about Fire Emblem. We can't have that. You're getting censored and suppressed.
Just like your
Yeah,
Twitter
well,
experience, you know, too.
yeah, my Twitter experience. Yeah. So if anyone notices Naretsu the perv, this account has been temporarily fucking whatever for like 2 nanoseconds. It's because the bot fucking detection is going a bit haywire right now. And it's almost every single day, Ellie. It's like, oh, yep, time to do the daily capture to
Mm.
prove that I'm a fucking human. Because Elon can't fucking code. It's all vibe coded shit. So
Yeah, I don't know what to say. And Retsu, my posts on the Blue Sky are getting like 10 likes.
oh you're popping off
I'm
on
doing
the
big
bliskus.
numbers.
Yeah, you popping off on the bliskus.
Let
I
me
do have a blue sky. I don't really go on there a lot, but I have set up a account on there so I can switch. The only issue I'd have with switching is like, no, my hentai artists. No, they all use Twitter.
There is this
No.
tool it's called I believe it's called Skybridge, that just kind of looks from, hey, do the accounts have the same handles, right? The same usernames, and then you can check, oh yeah, oh, these are the same people, and then you are, all right, follow all these people right away. And then Blue Sky has this thing that's called starter packs. And then if you like some guy, some user, you can go into like a starter pack, and that's kind of a recommender from, oh, I think all these fellas are neat. And then you can follow all of them or select a bunch of them from that starter pack of accounts.
Yeah, well, I did do a bit of a because there were people, some artists that did swap over, so I've got a little bit set up. I do, from what I understand though, the moderation on Blue Sky is a bit, this is a little bit, anti the hentais a little bit. A lot of some artists complaining about that, I've heard. So
Yeah, I can imagine it is more, say, Westerner focus, but there are like Japanese still on them.
well, I'd have to see. Like I said, I'm not planning on doing like a full migration unless, of course, like Twitter actually fucking goes to shit. But or I get banned because of glitch nonsense and I can't get the account back. But I'll try my best. I mean, it might. To be fair, it might be good to not be able to.
Of course, yeah. By default,
to be fair, it might be good to just detox completely from this shit, and just focus on using Pixiv and other sites to get my art.
By far lesser extent. I see on the Blue Sky a bunch of Japanese artists posting their comic cats, tables,
Yeah, because
numbers.
that's happening right now, isn't it? Yeah, I've seen that too on the
and
old
I'm cursed with
Twitterinos.
knowledge. I'm cursed with, comic cats. That's nice. Oh, I know what these numbers mean. I know where they would be. I know what it would be like. Oh, Retsu, if I was going, I know what I can do to get it. And that's the problem. Before it was just weird numbers and an image of a dojin, like, oh, that looks nice, but I don't know how to get it. I can never get one anyway. But now I know I can. I could. So now I see cool dojins. I'm like, oh, that would be nice to get. But damn, I'm here and not there.
Yeah, you're stuck.
Yeah, with the knowledge that I could have or may have.
Yeah, I just logged into the Blisky right now, and I'm having a little look. Yeah, there's a few things on there. like I said, I might look into it because if more, if all the artists can,
Hmm.
get on to the Buscus and don't have to face too many issues with getting fucking yeeted, right? It
Yeah. In other
could
news,
be all right.
I'm playing like Iron Nest. Have you seen
Oh
like
yeah, I hear. Yeah, I was wondering when that was coming out. Oh, the
it's
old
out? I'm
Iron.
playing it. It's neat. Um,
Hmm.
it was not very stressful. Now it's getting more stressful when I'm getting times from shoot this thing over here. It is
Hurry the fuck up. We're all going to die.
2.25 kilometers away from me at bearing 226.
XYZ,
And then
blah
that,
de
all
blah
right,
de
that's
blah de
from
blah.
their position, and now I have to do it from my position, and then, all right, this and this and that and that. Although, so I have learned that you have a computer that just calculates, that says, all right, is that far? All
Mm,
right, you need to have this many, I don't know, powder charges, and it's that far away. All right, your guns need to be at this elevation. And
mm,
then there came a mission that says, "Oh, your computer is down. Do it
mm,
manually."
mm. Have fun.
I have fun,
Have
and I have fun, and
fun.
it turns
Get
out
get 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 fucked, kiddo.
if after a bunch of test rounds of, all right, if I just set it at 30 degrees or 20 degrees, and I throw one powder charge in, how far does it go? And if I throw two powder
mm,
charges and three powder charges, and let me test if I now go at 40 degrees and throw two powder charges in it, and how far does it then go? And then la 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 la. Turns out, so it's a very simple calculation. It's just
mm, mm,
you get how many powder charges you have, and how many kilometers it is. So if you have two powder charges, you just multiply it by 6. Your how many? If it's at 6 kilometers, you have two powder charges. 6 times 6, 36.
mm,
It needs to be 36 degrees up. So you don't
mm,
need the computer. Just know that if you have two powder charges, it's 6. If you have three powder charges, it's 4. If you have 4 powder charges, it's 3. So if something is 3 kilometers away, 3 times 3 is 9. 9 degrees up with 4 powder charges. All that,
mm,
all the fun
mm.
calculations. So that speeds it up a little bit. And
Nice,
this is not
nice,
even like the
nice.
the hard part anymore. It's all the, oh, I am here and it's there, and it's this far from this position and that far from this position, but only in
Mm,
relation to that position, and that's a lot of line drawing and all that stuff.
mm,
But fun
mm.
times.
Fun times. Well, I haven't really been doing a whole lot. Mostly just the usual. Mucking around, worrying about Twitter.
Nah.
Nah. I'm not
Oh
too
no, my
worried
Twitter
about it.
account.
No, I mean, to be fair though, I have had that account since like 2012, so it's like a big portion of my life
Mm,
has been on that account, right? So it would suck to lose it, but I don't think I would, because like I've seen, like, if you search locked account
hmm
on Twitter, you'll find shitloads of people that have been having the same experience. So it's kind of like it's definitely some kind of like glitch or whatever. But I'm trying to think, like, outside of that, yeah, there hasn't really been
Oh,
too
Helldivers got
much
an
else.
update. You can go into the
Yeah,
void, which is not the warp, I swear.
it's not the warp, I swear. Yeah. I haven't been doing any hell diving. I've been yeah, mostly just doing the gotcha gaming. Everything's kind of quieting down a little bit now, which is good. The new idol girl shows up in infield. She's pretty good. Sextus in GFL2, very good. Great name, by the way. Everyone memeing about the name. You have to get sex. Get sex to improve combat efficiency, Ellie. You need sex.
Sextant?
So, yeah, her name is Sextus. Yeah.
Sextus.
Yeah, Sextus.
Hmm.
It's literally SEX Sextus.
Oh my, that
Um,
I know that maybe is that not a nautical tool? The English word for
I
them.
that's what I thought. That's what I thought too. But apparently, it's like yeah, it might be something related to astrology. I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, I gotta get around to that. Or I've got to up and work. I've finished that event. That's all done. I'm thinking I got to get back into like reverse collapse or something because I need something to distract myself from all the bullshit. I need to find some games to play. Um,
Well, buy Fire
my
Emblem.
no, I don't even have a Switch yet. We still don't have the Switch yet.
Yeah.
All these years and it still hasn't happened. We still don't have it.
I gave mine away to a cousin, my original
Oh
Switch, original
no,
model. So unfortunately, no Switch for
no.
you.
Rip. I might have to boot up the 3DS actually sometime soon because allegedly there's some Pokemon drama that I was seeing on Twitter just before, something about like Pokemon Bank shutting down
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
but you need an account. You need a subscription for Pokemon Bank. So unless you really
Yeah,
have,
I think I already switched over because what's the new one? Home.
yeah,
So
home.
Pokemon Home. I think I already did that like a while ago because I switched everything from Bank to Home because I think they announced that they were shutting down Bank like fucking a year ago or
Yeah,
something.
but now
It
it's
was like
going to happen, I
ages.
guess. But,
Yeah.
I never used Bank or Home or anything like that
Well, you used it to like transfer shit, right? Like you used it
between
to
games.
transfer
Yeah,
between games. Yeah,
well,
like you'd
between
move
more
your
than two
Pokemon.
generations, I think.
Yeah, yeah, you'd use it. You'd use it for that. The transferring side of it. And I think I had like a few things in there. I'll have to see because I'm pretty confident that I moved everything over already. But it gives me an excuse to boot because I haven't booted the 3DS in a long time. I haven't used it in ages. But all this Nintendo talk, it's very unmanly, right, Elliot? It's very, very.
Hmm.
Real men don't play video games. Real men go and chew rocks and eat grass and
And
and poop
are
poop eggs.
don't have feathers.
They don't have feathers. No, they don't. They don't. They don't. Yeah, that's yeah. We can't be doing any of that. So this was so we'll switch on over. I guess is
Hmm.
transition time. Transition time. So this was a video that I saw on Twitter getting shat on. Right. Again, another reason I don't want to lose Twitter is because I won't be able to use the radar pick up on fun videos to cover.
Hmm.
So basically, everyone's shitting on this because, yeah, I think the title was different because it's now, yeah, this is why you let women write fantasy.
Well,
But I think like the subtitle might have changed.
it
I'm
might be
not
some AB
100%
thing
sure.
because even I can do AB titles
Yeah,
and AB thumbnails. So
because like the thumbnail's like masculinity is gentle. Um,
uh
so
yeah.
that's what the thumbnail is. Um, but yeah, everyone was shitting on it, and I thought, this seems up our wheelhouse, right? Up
Mhm.
our
We actually have like a
what we tend to
few
cover.
decent contenders to cover.
Mm,
There's been a drought. There is currently a
yeah,
massive drought over here, but that's besides the
and now
point.
we're back.
It actually did rain today. I mean, that doesn't solve the massive drought
So I
and the
haven't.
dry rivers and stuff, but
Oh, so interesting. So I went on the person's channel just to have a look, see if there's anything
mhm.
else because I haven't done it. So you have masculinity. You have so you have masculinity is gentle, right? You have the video we're covering, but then you have released at exactly the same time how fantasy anime rewrites masculinity director's cut members only. So
Sure.
I don't know
I I see
don't know
that
what's going on there. I
I see that
don't
sometimes people using that member thing. I mean,
thing.
I'm on mode.
Maybe it's like early upload or something. Because they're the same.
Yeah,
They're literally. How can it be a director's cut if it's the same length? They're both
extra
18 minutes 7.
commentary thing over it.
No, but it's the same length video. There's no extra. Like, how weird. Anyway, so the difference between a hero and a villain, that is the victim. 2 months ago, a lot of witch hat. We're getting a lot of witch hat here on this channel. Yeah, a lot of witch hat. Free anime do the same fight, but one of the it seems like a big witch hat Altair fan in the
Big
on the
rerun
channel.
fan also.
Yeah, a little bit of Frieren. We got a little bit of Jujutsu Kaisen. Got a little. Oh, look, Momo, writing a perfect female protagonist. You know, there you go. A little, little stuff like that. You know, Dan to Dan stuff. You know, bit of dungeon mesh. Bit of the dungeon mesh. A little bit of that. A little bit of that. So yeah, okay. Seems like a fairly standard channel. Nothing like screaming at me. So I'm wondering, is the video going to be as bad as the twatters bashing on it believe? Guess we will have to find on out.
Also, just for funsies also. The Democratic Space Station of Helldivers, right? The support space station that you can have, you can move to a planet. It has reported that all right, so there was some coating, so it could resist the gloom, the spores in the terminate space. But now it's in the void, and now it's being moved out the void because the warp, the void, I mean, has some effects on the coating surface. Rumors of taps or knocks on the hull are unfounded. Just so you know.
Propaganda, heresy.
No, I like unrelated to, of course, this video. After you did your good crack open, but
my good crack open.
I did love the line when there was a mission to collect a bunch of eggs so they could be sold to rich super citizens, and the line was, "They have been declared biologically inert. We have these eggs. I have declared that they are inert."
Totally.
100%. I have declared it. I declare they're safe and inert.
I have said it. Therefore it is.
I
have said it. Therefore it is.
Thereafter, some unauthorized biological activity occurred.
Oh. All right. Well, let's see if we have some male activity in this video. Let's find out.
Fantasy anime feels like it's in a bit of a modern renaissance. Frieren Beyond Journey's End is widely.
Why? Where? No, there was this. Did we cover like fantasy is going for a renaissance?
We've covered like 90 fucking like fantasy like glaze videos, Ali.
Yeah,
you keep finding them. Like there's like 50 like because everyone's like, oh Frieren, oh my witch hats, oh my dungeon meshes, oh
you
god,
got two shows, and now everybody says that it is.
Well, they have free shows now, right? They've got the trifecta, right, of the highly popular fantasy anime that apparently has completely revolutionized all of storytelling, right? Nothing is going to be the same again because these shows happened. And look. We've covered them on the show, right? Right? We've watched some of these shows, right? They're good. They're good shows.
Yeah.
They're very good, right? I'm not gonna like jack off to them though, right? At least in the way these guys do, right? At least in the way that a lot of these people, right? Like, because they act like anime has never ever done this before. It's like, come on.
Nah, it's not like Fire Force or Down the Dawn or fantasy or in any way. Or, Konosuba or something.
But anyway, let's keep
considered nothing short of a modern classic. Dungeon Meshi is one of the most subversively well-crafted worlds and casts in fiction, and Witch Hat Atelier's first season just finished airing to some serious acclaim, a real dark horse breakout hit to people that might have been.
Sorry, no.
Dark horse breakout.
I
I
don't
think
think
that's, but
no. Witch Hat was kind of
I
not.
saw Witch Hat getting popular like from a mile away because I saw shit about that like when it was still a manga right on Twitter
Mhm.
and whatnot, people talking about it. So it's like, nah, like usually you can directly correlate normies talking about something when it's not even got an anime yet with, oh, the anime comes out, it's popular, right? My
Yeah,
Hero
just
Academia
like
had the same thing happen with me. Yeah.
the FX Fighter, the
Mm,
financial
mm,
Ronya show that's coming up. Because
mm,
I did ever mention it, so that there was a second trailer that came out. A date was confirmed for
mm.
the show.
Hey,
So it is in
hype.
October. It is the fall season October, so it is actually happening. So
Mm,
I didn't
mm.
mention it, I believe, but big happy for show
Based,
real.
based. Yeah, like usually when you get like the whispers, right? You see the kiddies changing their profile pictures, and you get the
Mm,
whispers, and you get you see the people like Jujutsu Kaisen was another one, right? Like you see people talking about the shows, and then they just like I don't think like oh Witch Hat just magically appeared, right?
mm-hmm.
It just magically appeared. It's a dark horse, fucking whatever. It's like no. This was easily predicted. But anyway.
Sleeping on the manga. And what do these series and other 2026 fantasy standouts all have in common? Well, they're all written, or co-written in Frierin's case, by women.
Wow.
Mm.
Woman, right? It's never happened before.
Well, why is he showing
Women
Witch from
have never
Mongolia when that's a historical show? There's no fantasy in that.
listen, Ellie, listen. Anime has never been written by women before. It's never happened. It's
Nah,
never
no,
ever
not
happened.
like Inuyasha or
th-
something.
there's never been a critically acclaimed generational touchstone anime that's been written by a woman that may or may not be having her other work coming out right now as we speak. Like I don't like. I'm not gonna. We're only half a minute in, right? So I don't want to be like too predictive here and where this is going. But
Mm-hmm.
I hate this whole like whitewashing of history that happens a lot. Where you'll especially it happens a lot with progressives, right? Where they act like, oh, this is like written by a woman. It's the first time that's ever happened. It's such a great big deal. And then you are like, well, I mean, aren't we just ignoring like Full Metal Alchemist,
Mm.
right? Are we ignoring all of these other like shit, Ali? We've talked about it before, right? The entire like otaku fucking infrastructure was built on the backs of the woman,
Yeah.
right? Comiket for many years, probably still to this day, most of the exhibitors are women, right? Like the whole fucking industry is built on the back of woman, right? And most people, like, no matter how like based or like Chad, red pill, whatever you are, right? Most people that are in the know acknowledge that, right? You know, I think it's silly to kind of pretend that it's like a modern invention that
Mm-hmm.
women make manga and make that get turned into anime, right? I don't know if you got any thoughts on the
No,
topic.
I mean, it's the fact, it's the real that
Hmm.
most of your your subversive niche hobby was probably started by a woman or uh yeah, basically. Of course, not all the time.
Basically, yeah,
Not all the
yeah,
time. Cyberpunk, famously black guy, and
so yeah, Mike Pondsmith, yeah,
well, of course, Warhammer developed by the British as a minority,
yeah.
as we know.
Yeah, their own gender. Yeah. Well, they're gonna be a Okay, that's spicy.
Nah,
They're gonna be a minority.
all people are minority.
All right. Anyway, let's get back.
Listen, I don't know anything inherently valuable about what gender writes a story. I
Oh,
really
just
don't. There's a
goddamn
full
background music. I know it's
I know
been.
it's that generic. It's that generic YouTube sound
Mm,
bank fucking copyright free, hear it a million times
But
music.
I believe
Um,
I mean I haven't listened to the actual intro music anymore, but that is I cut that out myself from a YouTube thing and used it and replicated
yeah,
it and all that stuff so it could be played on loop and all that stuff.
yeah.
I
So
hope that I believe that's
w-
at least
I
better.
think he's being a bit weird here because he's saying, "Oh, I don't think there's any inherent like what did he actually wait? What did he say exactly there? Because you distracted me with the music thing. Yeah, no, go back.
Listen, I don't think there's anything inherently valuable about what gender writes a story.
Don't think there's anything inherently valuable in what gender writes a story. Okay, so why do we have an entire 18-minute video about, this is why you let women write fantasy? Right? If you don't think that, like, that gender has any value on the, like, writing the story, then why is the entire premise of the video that? Right?
Yeah, I mean
Seems a bit disingenuous, right? A little bit to be to be like, because
no, I mean I do get in the sense that who you were, where you come from, etc., kind of guides, puts like a marker on where
well, you're
what
right.
kind of
You're right. What
story.
you know, right? You're
Yeah,
right. You're right. What you know.
that kind of deal. And gives you different perspectives. I
Mm,
remember that in Disco Elysium anecdote tangent, when they were starting to talk about the pale and a thing that is kind of
mm,
inevitable and slowly encroaching, I think as a member or as a citizen of the Netherlands, oh, that's like an analog for the sea.
mm,
Right, an
mm,
impending doom that is slowly approaching, an unstoppable force of nature that you can only resist for a time, and but never win against. Oh, that's the sea. That's my
mm,
cultural perception of the sea, kind of. But
mm,
it was actually
mm.
something different. But that's my perspective.
But yeah, no, no, it's there's definitely value to be had from like different perspective. And like I said, you're right. What you know, you
Mm,
draw from what you experience and whatnot, and sometimes gender can have something to do with that, right? So, but again, I loop back to kind of the video, and my problem here is that he's acting like, oh well, it doesn't actually kind of matter, but the whole like starting point of the video, right, is
hmm
kind of contradicting that idea that that's what he actually believes, right? If that makes a lot of sense. So yeah, let's continue.
I really don't. There's a full range of fantastic and awful stories written by any and all gender and identity. But I also think that since inception, mainstream fantasy and anime both historically have been a bit male-centric, and I don't think it's
Mm, okay, this is gonna be painful. I can already, I can already feel it, Ellie. I can feel it. I'm getting triggered. I'm getting triggered. Right,
Yeah.
male centric. Fantasy stuff is male centric, Ellie. It's male centric. Would the argument, I guess, be, oh, Tolkien was a man, therefore it's male centric? Is like Lord of the Rings male centric because Tolkien was a man? Is it because Tolkien didn't have female main protagonists in his? Well, I mean, I guess he did, right? In some cases, but like, you get what I'm going here, right? Like, is this where we're going? Right? Is this where we're going? Because
I mean, Tolkien, at least, it's, the most classic of hero's journey as you can be,
mm,
right?
mm,
It's all about a king, a guy that is going to restore his kingdom and land that is
mm,
going to be, going to be restored. People, yeah, the old order will be restored, kind of deal,
mm.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
But like
that's
I
kind
said,
of
is that like that's not like the issue is the claim of like fantasy stuff being male centric, right? Like
mm,
as like a broad brush kind of thing. Where I don't I've always held that you don't need you don't a woman can enjoy the male centric fantasy too, my man, right? It's kind of my like problem here, right? I don't see why you specifically need something like what maybe it's the lack of like explanation as what this guy means by like male centric female centric, right? Like does he want more like romance anime stuff in his fantasy? I don't know.
I don't know. I
let's
mean,
let-
romance is not. Sorry, I'm dropping something. Didn't make a sound.
mm,
Um,
rip
a lot
rip
of male-centric stories, as you can imagine them, have like a female character and falls in love, and you
mm,
could call that romance in a sense, right? So it's not
mm.
as if the male-centric stories don't
Yeah,
have a romance.
again it's like maybe I'm just getting triggered because it's like this broad brush kind of fantasy anime for the longest time has been male like looping back to like Full Metal Alchemist, right, as a fucking brilliant like case study here, right?
Mm.
Written by a woman who was pregnant for most of the run, by the way. Like she literally had a baby in here while she was writing Full Metal Alchemist, right?
Mm.
Male centric question mark, right? Was she making a male centric story, or was she making a story, just a story, right? Right? Like, what makes it
Yeah,
male
you
centric?
can. I mean, your centricity might sometimes it can be neutral-ish, right? I mean, I suppose that for now, Damon's feels a bit male-centric-y because Yoru is most of the time the protagonist. It's about
Again, it's like that's my problem. Is like what would classify, like, is it like female screen time that calculates whether or not something is male centric or not, right? The involvement of females in general, even though that this is kind of the problem with the video, right? And
hmm,
using that kind of language, right? Because I would argue that like most anime isn't really, depending on the genre, right? Like most anime isn't really either or, right? In terms of centricity. Um, but anyway, let's
It's
continue.
a coincidence that these women-helmed fantasy series feel so refreshing, striking similar chords, tackling universal themes, exploring complex emotions, and being more interested with subverting and deconstructing typical high fantasy tropes than playing them straight for the 100th time. On this channel, I've talked a lot about the fantastic female characters that make these shows work. I have videos on Marcel, Mau Mau, Coco, Agat, Fallon, Maki, she doesn't even go here, and
Yeah, yeah, I understand. Yeah, you love you glazing you
I think
glazing the
Momo is a
Wamans.
great character also.
Yeah, you like yeah. Ellie likes the Momo. Ellie's a Momo fan, right? Yeah. It's like, and yeah, they're good. I guess they're good characters, right? I'm not gonna say they're not, but also, again, I'm not gonna like glaze the shit. Right, I'm not gonna glaze the shit out of them like this man is, I guess.
I plan on making even more videos about these series casts because there's just so many fantastic characters and stories. Oh no, my steak too juicy and lobster too buttery. The women of these shows are written with such care and empathy that it's hard not to root for them. And they balance that emotional core with such chaotic goblin silliness that it's hard not to see why some of the most popular in the
This kind of I'm having flashbacks to. Have you? I don't know if you remember the drama and what was his fucking name. The guy who made the like I like girls video. Can't remember his fucking name,
no,
but
I
he made like
don't.
this video that was kind of like silly about like liking different types of girls or whatever, and everyone kind of shat on him because it was like the gayest shit you've ever seen. Like somehow Ellie, yeah, Joe Cat. Oh, hey, Wolf. Yeah, Joe Cat. That was his name. Yeah, thank you for that. That's what I'm getting from this. I'm getting this like I'm gay for woman, right? Like somehow these I don't want to be like too insulting, okay? I don't want to be too insulting here, but these beta male cucks, right, have somehow managed to make liking women gay, right? They found a way to make liking a woman gay because he's like talking about, oh, it's the goofy Selenas and all this so well written and oh my god, these strong female characters and oh my man. Look, if you like the girls, you like the girls. It's okay. You don't have to like justify it with fancy pantsy language, right? You don't have to like go around this bush. Just say you fucking like the girl. It's okay to find women attractive or whatever, or to like the personalities of the woman. Just don't be
Mm,
fucking. Just
no,
don't be
but
weird about it. Just don't be weird about it. That's my problem. That's what I'm getting from this video. He's being weird about it.
no, I'm at slightly lost here because I have not watched that video, and I don't think we
Yeah, no,
covered it
you don't have to worry
either.
about. You don't have to have too much of the content, but like the vibe I'm getting is like this is just gay, right? Is the vibe, for lack of better terms, right? Like this is the vibe I'm getting. Is like,
Yeah, but I'm just kind of. This is not really anything yet. Good characters are good, right?
yeah,
The
yeah, yeah. That's the other part of it. Yeah, he hasn't like actually like, okay, well, how are they good, right? What do we? I know you've done like multiple videos on that, but we're not going to watch all of those
mm,
videos. So maybe, well, I mean, to be fair, we are very early on, right? So we'll maybe we'll find out. Let's keep going.
Series. But I actually don't think the feminine touch of these creators ends at the women in the cast, because I don't think the most telling character writing of these women-helmed stories is the presentation of the female characters at all, but the men. The male characters of these series aren't what you typically define as masculine, and they're rarely even what you define as heroic. They're not typical anime characters or traditional fantasy tropes, or even any sort of Western action hero. There's something a little bit different, blurring genre conventions, but coming out on the other side with something that just feels natural for the stories and worlds they inhabit. And maybe most
Okay, now he's boiling water, Ali.
mm,
He's doing the he's cooking water right now because he's just being like, okay, Japanese thing, Japanese, right? Right, Japanese thing, Japanese. It's not like typical Western stuff, right? He's just using a whole lot of very fancy language. God, I hate these fucking video essays. These fucking video essays that just like, oh well, like he's got his like little wine glass and his like pinky sticking out, right? He's whiffing his wine. He's going, oh yes, the fantasy anime has very complicated male characters that are not like traditional characters that do things. They do, I love smelling my own farts in the bathtub, right? That's am I crazy? Is that the vibe? Is that the vibe right now? I'm
yeah,
kidding.
we're still getting off from. Oh, I just like these characters.
Yeah. But it's like the way he describes them that's triggering me, right? Like the way the word play here, right? I'm not very appreciative of I'm going to waste your time with a bunch of fucking like namby-pamby bullshit, for lack of a better word, right? Just be a bit more direct here, right? Like I don't need like a million different ways for you to say I like these characters, right? We've established that you like the characters. Let's get on with it.
importantly is that there's a very tangible through line of kindness and empathy, where masculinity for these characters isn't just written as strong, as manly, but as compassionate, vulnerable, and sometimes deeply flawed. And today, I'd like to talk about it. I'm Dom, and this is how modern fantasy rewrites
How far are we in the video
masculinity.
now, too?
We are 2 minutes out of 18.
All right, that's good. That's not
2
bad.
minutes 30 out of 18, and we're getting into the next
The
section.
thesis.
So, okay, my problem here is when we're talking about like masculinity, right?
Mm-hmm.
It means different things, right? Because there's definitely a generic, oh, tough, strong man masculinity, right? Like, oh,
Yeah.
big muscles, you're doing you beat the shit out of the bad guys, you big. And I'm gonna be honest, that's been criticized and deconstructed and reconstructed and you know fucked to death, right? It has been fucked to death.
Depending on the
But
time and place where you
there's
are.
there's been a million fucking shows, right? Hell, fucking Barnyard, the CGI movie about fucking farm animals that
Hmm.
talks about masculinity, right? It has the whole thing. What's the tagline of like the fucking strong man stands up for himself, a stronger man stands up for others, right? That kind of shit. Like that shit is like generationally foundational in most fucking children's media, right? So what are we talking about here, right? What do we mean? Oh, these anime are breaking the mold, right? With having male characters that are, I don't know, just humans, just fucking, they have weakness, they show they have quirks that aren't just necessarily big, strong, manly, like Andrew Tate, right? They're
Hmm.
not Andrew Tate, right? Which I don't even think you could find an example of like an Andrew Tate style masculinity in most anime, right? Like I don't, because let's be real, Andrew Tate's not that masculine anyway. He's kind of fucking gay, um, to
He,
begin with.
he, I'm kind of annoyed at all those manosphere, as it's called, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
we've criticized that kind of shit before, right? Um, and talked about how that's kind of shitty. So when we're talking about like masculinity in anime, right, and what we're doing here, I like most of the time, I would argue that most male characters in anime are showcasing like an ideal version of masculinity, where it's like, okay, you have weakness, but you do have to kind of fucking like suck it up sometimes, right?
mhm.
Like think about your traditional like shonen arc structure, right? You have you start the main character off kind of weak. They gain some kind of
Super
power,
special
right?
power.
Yeah, like hero's journey begin, right? You get your call to action, right? You get your goal, right? You proceed through the thing, right? And over the course of the series, they will grow into manhood, right? Essentially, right? Into the responsibilities that come with manhood and that kind of thing, right? So to argue that a lot of that like doesn't happen and that it's something that these fantasy anime are just doing better, I think is a bit weird to me,
Yeah, I
right?
mean, I was
I
still
think,
thinking of if we're going to a little bit older, right?
yeah,
I
yeah,
would think about, Avatar maybe. I mean, that's a boy,
yeah,
but he's all about,
yeah,
balance and kindness and not killing the Fire Lord because he's evil Fire
yeah.
Lord.
Technically a Western thing, but we'll allow it for the sake
No,
of
I'm just thinking of older things, but if we want to go more weebish, we could go to Wakfu
it.
with a similar
Mm.
thing, basically the same ending of the first season, right? Oh, the big
Mm.
evil guy is
Mm.
defeated. Oh, let's kill him. No, because
No,
he's already defeated. The
killing
doesn't
is
solve
bad.
anything even.
Don't do a kill.
Uh,
Don't
uh,
the
I,
big yeah.
what does anybody know the lore of Avatar? What happens after Fire Lord
Nothing.
loses?
Listen, Korra doesn't exist. Okay,
No, no, no.
Korra doesn't.
I'm thinking more of like the books, or there was like a
They
comics
had a they
about.
had a movie recently, Ellie. That's like it before
Oh
Korra.
yeah,
Like, yeah, they had
I
like
just
that
wondering
movie
what
that
happened
got
to the Fire
leaked.
Lord now, lore wise. But
I think they just like put him in jail. I
maybe
think because
why
he
not?
can't bend anymore. So I think they just put him in jail, just in jail.
Why not?
So
But just like that in the Wakfu, no, let's not kill him because he just is going to basically die on his own and not cause any trouble.
He can wallow in his own
misery and failed attempts.
No beandiness, right?
Yeah.
But no, but yeah, you get what I'm coming from, right? There's this like weird kind of idea that everything is just like the most stereotyped and negative perception of masculinity, right? I use like the Andrew Tate because it's like a modern example of what people usually like when people like this guy usually talk about that, right? Usually talk about the toxic masculinity, right? That they talk about. Usually that's what they're kind of hinting at is that kind of stuff. Even though, like I said, like I would argue that that's like a minority in terms of like media, right? Usually those kinds of characters that are the like, misogynist, fucking oh I'm a big tough man, blah, blah,
Yeah,
types
but that's all
usually end up getting some kind of comeuppance, right? By the
getting
time
caught
the
for
story
massive
ends.
amounts of drugs or roiding out in the streets against some guy that
Well,
wasn't
I'm talking about like
looking.
in fiction, right? Like
Oh,
in terms of fiction, right? Like those kinds of characters that are like that type. They
oh yeah,
usually
when they are all for pure power and greed
they
and
usually get some kind of comeuppance, right?
yeah.
Like usually something happens. So that's why I'm saying like I just I don't think like the read is accurate. But let's see what he's gonna say. Let's see what he's gonna get into.
Masculinity in fiction is something we
Oh, here we go. Look. Oh, great. Good. Examples. He's going to give us examples of what he's talking about, Ali. Fantastic.
we understand before we even really know why we understand it. Superheroes and soldiers, impossibly muscled physiques, brooding bat suits, bald action heroes, dapper spies, smooth-talking rogues. Throughout all of pop culture, the mold of a male lead has been more or less the same for ages. I mean, that's why a guy that looks like this can be slotted into every male character in Hollywood blockbusters without anyone batting an eye. We just understand.
Hey, Chris Pratt's he's an actor. He's fine. He doesn't. Why are
He's
we hating
kind
on Chris Pratt?
he's kind of
He's
invisible
alright.
to me, but in that
He's
sense.
I mean, like most of the time, like outside of like, oh, I recognize that actor. Anyway, right? I
Yeah.
don't really care. Like, oh look, it's The Rock. Anyway, what's The Rock doing, right? He's playing himself because that's a big problem with a lot of the, they just end up playing like themselves, right? Like Jack Black's a good example of that. Like Jack Black can only play one character, and that's Jack Black.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying. I mean, I suppose that Chris Pratt is good in that he actually tries to be or is different characters. Because at
I
least,
think I think he's fine.
yeah, but
He's
in a
fine.
sense, I don't have much respect for Jack Black or The Rock as an actor because they're not actors, they're not acting.
Yeah, they're just playing themselves, right? Like I
Yeah.
said, it's they have one character, and that is The Rock, right? They play The Rock.
Unrelated Naretsu, but I recently came across like a semi-documentary on Steven Seagal.
Oh yeah.
Turns out Naretsu, hey, 16-year-old, do you want to give me an audition for a movie? Oh, you need to be naked so we can test out our chemistry.
Oh shit. Totally not fucking creepy at all. Totally not.
He got big and powerful and different wording in that. He got famous once and just started lying every single day of his life, so he was more important than he was.
Yeah.
Just for fun because I want to say it. Was this
but like looping? Oh, yeah, I'll leave.
One thing, Naretsu. Alright, so there was a documentary thing about him, but whatever. Alright, he was going to walk out the door, and then an interviewer would walk up, and they would have like a question and answer, interview thing, right? Setting a scene for an interview. So, Steven Seagal walks out the door. The interviewer greets him. They're standing at a thing in an hotel with a pond. Blah 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 blah. All right. Interviewer asking him a question, and then Steven Seagal just pushes him into the pond and walks off. But this wasn't agreed upon. There was no communication about this. Steven Seagal was just annoyed that he needed to do a thing, and just
pushed him in the pond.
Yeah,
just in the water you go.
but that's
In
not.
you go.
You cannot work with a guy that just pushes you into a pond because he feels like it. That's his character. And now he's in Russia
God.
because he's on the run for the things I mentioned before.
He's yeah. So yeah, pretty much. But looping back to the video though, yeah, he's showing a lot of this, like, you know, action movie, action man, big explosions, strong people, James Bond masculinity, you know, all that kind of stuff. But again, yes, that is a type of masculinity that is shown in media. But I feel like it has been criticized and deconstructed and fucking analyzed to death. It has been, as my new favorite catchphrase, Ellie, fucked to death. It has been fucked to death. Especially Bond, because there's been a lot of, like, not modern Bond, but classic Bond, a lot of criticism about, oh, he's, you know, seducing all these women and using them and being a dick, and oh, it's, you know, oh no, Ellie, the 1960s man is a misogynist. Right? Oh no, how could they do that? That's so bad. Product of its time, guys. Come on, like, you know that.
I mean, I will gladly welcome the day when Han Solo is regarded as a terrible character, because I hate.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Oh, Han Solo is a misogynist,"
and I'll be there saying yes, anything to take him down, anything to make more people hate Han Solo.
He came up in the video, right? He's like, "Oh, dashing rogue, you know, type man, right? Type stuff." But again, like, even in that, like, you know, there's character development to be had with those kinds of characters.
Yeah,
and it doesn't
but I don't
all
believe
have
Han
to just
Solo
be...
ever got any. But that's any. Besides the point.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he does become a bit more, like, less of a dick over time in the movies, but again, not counting the sequels or whatever. But anyway, let's keep hear about, you know, as the subtitle for this chapter is just guys being dudes. Let's hear about more about guys being dudes.
This is what a hero is. This is what masculinity is. But, like, is it, though? Anime has always had a bit more nuance to their male leads, and honestly, I feel like maybe that's in part why it always resonated with me a bit more as a kid than the usual Western Saturday morning cartoons and superhero and action movies. Even going back to the earliest anime I'd watched, like Dragon Ball Z, Inuyasha, and Ghibli films, you had men that weren't afraid to be vulnerable, to be silly, to show emotion, to love deeply, to be disappointed when they had to resort to violence, incapable of talking a villain down from their...
So, well, here's the thing, is that like this feels like a thing Japan argument, right? Like, oh, that American media doesn't do the sensitive men thing, but the Japanese, they are more able to do emotional, right?
I'm just kind of reminded of like something like Zorro or something, right? I mean, I guess
Zorro is kind of like that kind of action hero-y type guy, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's also... I haven't seen much of Zorro. I remember wanting to see more Zorro on the TV, but it was just not on at the time.
Yeah, because he was fucking cool. He had 3 swords, right?
He was in Mexico, and he had like a saber, not a saber. How do you call it again? That super thin sword. Anyway.
Oh, you're talking about a difference. I thought you were talking about One Piece.
No. I'm talking about
you're talking about
Zorro.
You're talking about Zorro, the actual, like, you know, hero guy in the movies, the Zorro man. Yeah, he has a rapier. Yeah,
a rapier. Yeah. he has a rapier and a sahan with a mask, and nobody can
Swish, swish,
swish, swish,
swish,
swish,
swish,
swish,
swan,
swish.
wan.
And I don't remember much about him about respecting the woman in the sense that he bothers that much about women, but he never
Like he
does.
saves the girl at the the
But
girl
he
gets
never goes
kidnapped or
from
whatever or
no,
something.
mama, no, señorita. I'm
No, I am dedicated to the sword.
yeah,
Like,
something
not
like that. So he never really. He's no Han Solo that gets the princess or whoever it
yeah, and
was.
that yeah. So, but again, it's like I'm wondering if it's like a cultural difference type thing, and like even within like traditional well again it's like how far back are we going here? Are we going to talk about like old school Superman type stuff, right? Like Clark
Mm-hmm.
Kent Superman divide, right, where Superman is perceived as the strong, because he's the superhero. Clark Kent is the shown as being the more normal kind of persona, right? His normal persona when he's not being
Yeah, it's
Superman,
kind of
right?
hard because
Are we
I
gonna
haven't watched many of
what
the
is the
Superman
are
movies.
we going to talk about fucking Spider-Man, right? Which is like the pinnacle example of, he's a superhero, but he's more grounded in the sense that he's, you start the story when he's a teenager,
Smaller
right? And he,
scale,
and then
a
he, yeah, and then
neighborhood.
he goes, and then as the stories of Spider-Man progress, he ends up going to college. He becomes college age, right? And now he's like in his 20s and stuff. I haven't
Mm.
watched the new Spider-Man. I hear mixed things about it. I might watch it when it comes to streaming.
I hear that it's good, but the theming I haven't watched any of
The
the
the only
Spider-Man
the
movies.
only reason I actually kind of want to watch it is because Punisher's in it, and I do actually really like Punisher. Like the weird thing where it was a what was it? Fuck. Because what streaming site was it on initially? I can't remember. It was like Netflix or something. Like the Punisher, the modern Punisher with the actor guy, the modern ones, is actually really fucking good. It's actually really, really not
Sorry,
really
I
good.
just watched like the Avengers and some of the Marvel movies, and that's all my superheroes.
No, I like the more modern
Since
Punisher
and
stuff. It's
then,
actually really good because it's a lot darker. It's actually really
mm.
gets really fucking dark. It's good.
But
I like
just to
it.
spoil thing, apparently the last Spider-Man movie was about it's okay, you don't need to be Iron Man because he was dead. And
No. From what I've heard about the most recent Spider-Man, the one that came out literally this month,
mhm.
is that it's like all about Spider-Man's relationship problems or something, and it's kind of weird. But
All right, just to finish up what I heard, right? Not the movie that came out. The movie before that had a theme of you
yeah, it
don't
would have been
need.
the one before that.
The
Yeah,
one
yeah.
before we now was you don't need to be Iron Man. You can be your own person. And this movie is about you need to be a successor to Iron Man. So it's kind of yeah. So it's
that's
from no, be
that's
your own
fucking
person.
hilarious. That's fucking
Be
great.
your own person, Peter. Oh no, you need to be Iron Man.
No, actually though, yeah, you
But this is
fucking
maybe some subplot thing. I don't. This is like fifth hand
yeah,
information.
yeah,
Don't
yeah,
trust
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah. But anywho,
Mm,
yeah, all right. Let's keep hearing about how masculinity America, masculinity Japan. All
yeah,
right,
yeah,
let's
yeah.
let's let's keep hearing about it.
Impossible ledge. But despite that, I think the men in anime have kind of regressed lately. I don't really watch much isekai aside from revisiting the unkslop of my youth. I love you, Digimon Tamers.
Hey, based. Man's got taste, Ellie. Man's got fucking Kino taste.
Man should realize that
Tamers is Kino, peak fucking anime Kino, right
man
here.
should realize that what he's talking about is Naro, not isekai.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's my catchphrase.
Because I watched all of Tamers like months ago, right? Like, because I was working on my like Digimon watch stuff, right? So yeah, Tamers is like just fucking fantastic. It's such a good fucking show. So yeah, man's got peak taste, I guess.
So let me know if this is completely misinformed and I'll hold the L. But I think the perception of isekai's main characters is a big part of why it's such a maligned genre. In modern fantasy anime dominated by these isekai power fantasies, I feel like the male leads are
he's thinking
factory
that isekai is dominating.
assembled to be as bland and inoffensive as possible.
I love this. It's like he's like, oh, these bland isekai protagonists, and he has
motherfucking Eins, go!
Motherfucking Eins the skeleton man.
The man who is sad all the time.
Future wage slave, like pseudo-apocalyptic, like slave, fucking like wage slave office man, trapped in his skeleton suit, right? Trapped in his skeleton man.
Desperate to keep the legacy of the legacy and memories of his friends, and becoming a father to all the other people around him.
Yeah. Like slowly losing himself as he becomes the character he's playing, right?
Like, yes. Also, the loss of humanity is real.
Yeah. There's a lot fucking going on in Overlord, right? And this man is like, oh nah, look at all these bland, generic isekai protagonists.
Even like the ending of the first season, Naretsu, when all of the guardians are talking to each other, and then he sees the reflection of all his friends who made these characters, and then he reaches out, but then he gives up. But then is invited in by one of the characters as a your friends are here still in spirit kind of deal.
Yeah. And he's it's fun. Oh my god.
Possible. But their goals and motivations fall far in that same camp.
Ah yes, Konosuba, truly engineer. Alright, anyway, let's keep
of what I dislike about Hollywood masculinity. The heroes of these shows are looking for a way out of the video game, sure, but their goals are also undeniably masculine, negative, power.
Well, yeah. I'm sure, Ellie, you can confirm that's our boy here. That's his big masculine energy, right? His goals are super masculine to get power, woman. He's gonna become. He's anime Andrew Tate, right?
His goals are very male centric, I assume. I would think.
Yeah, and that's bad, I guess.
Visiting the succubus kiss, I believe even the name is, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Fucking
buying swords. Ooh.
And again, it's there's like the negative connotation to having like pretty normal fucking.
Also, he has a he has a house.
He has a house, yeah. What a fucking
What a fantasy story.
Yeah, what a fantasy.
Status, women, they want the highest rank, the biggest level, the hottest fake elf girlfriend. They probably don't have cars in the other world.
Are there even elves in that story?
Yeah, but this is such a fucking weird, like, Subaru, right? I haven't watched ReZero again. I haven't watched.
I watched like the first 1.5 seasons.
I don't think his like driving motivation is like fucking. He's in love with the girls, right, or whatever, right? He wants his waifu, right? But besides that, I don't think his driving motivation is like some Andrew Tate fucking like. I need the power and the money and the status and the money and the power. Right? It's like I'm in a situation where I am getting fucking tortured every single goddamn day. I die in these horrific ways. I watch the people I care about die constantly. I can't fucking talk to anyone about it or my heart will explode, right? Like, I am trapped in this endless fucking hell, right? I want out of hell, okay?
I do think that his motivations are a little bit different because I've seen some screenshots and he looks rather less concerned about the well-being of others in the most recent screenshots.
Well, I don't know. Again, I haven't been watching it, but I'm just like, I'm inferring, like, again, we could use an example that we have watched, right? Like Ainz, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
Ainz isn't motivated by the money and the power and the woman and the power and the money, right? He's motivated by, like you said, I want to keep the legacy. I want to see if my friends are here, right?
Yeah.
That's the first thing. Like, I want to establish if they exist in this world, right? Two, I want to keep the memory of those friends alive through the subordinates that they created, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Three, so tying into that, three, I want to keep my subordinates happy, right?
Yes.
That was like the key. That was like the key again. And this is explained explicitly in the text in that episode where he's talking with that prince guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
During the war to conquer that kingdom. He's like asked directly, okay, why are you doing this? And it's like to because the subordinates need to be happy. I want them to be happy. I want to do stuff that
So it's for my
gives
it's
them happiness.
just for slight clarification, he said it's for the happiness of what I want to protect. And
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and then the prince goes from, damn, he wants to protect his happiness. I want the same thing, but we're incompatible. So now we're gonna keep the war going.
We're gonna have to fight. Yeah,
Yeah.
and like again, that's not fucking like Andrew. Like Andrew Tate isn't concerned with the well-being of his human trafficked hookers,
No.
right? Right? He's not concerned himself with the that kind of stuff. Like that kind of masculinity is not what is at play here in these like stories. Like even in the most like trashiest of trash, bottom of the barrel isekai, right? I don't think in a lot of cases the like driving motivation is like, oh, I've been reincarnated into the world. I need to get the money and the power and the status, right? Or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like being obsessed with that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think man here is very off base. He's off base.
But I'm sure if they did, they'd want the fastest one. Like, we're a single pivot away from an Andrew Tate video.
Oh my god, he actually brought it up! He actually brought up Andrew Tate! He actually fucking did it! He actually fucking did it, Ellie! I was so right that that's what he's thinking about. But that's not the case. It's not the fucking case, bro. What are you on?
Here. These Kirito clone-ass characters suck because there's nothing to them, aside from climbing the ladder of this video game hierarchy. Even down to the character design, they're supposed to blend in.
Here we go. Look at that. Look at that, Ellie. There you go. They're all the same. They're all the same. Look, Ellie.
Kirito,
Look at them
guy
all.
from smartphone. That guy next to him is not from
Ainz is a
Ragnarok.
Ainz is a Kirito clone. Ainz is a Kirito clone. God, no, it's well, I don't. What I hate about this, right,
Mhm.
is there's no discussion about okay why, right? These kinds of people they just go, oh look, they're all the same, haha, Lamau, and they don't kind of stop and think about okay, what if there's like a deeper meaning behind this, right? Like why would all of these like power fantasy um type shows, right? Like their description, not mine, right? These male power fantasy type shows, all these isekais, all these authors make the same kind of character, right? That looks the same. Could it be that they are simply attempting to create like a, you know, representation of the average like Japanese teenager, right? Like so, and it begs the question, like, okay, what do you want as the alternative? Should they all have like Goku here, right? Should they all have like multicolored rainbow here?
Mhm.
Should they all be like XYZ? And even like discounting the fact that you have characters like Ainz or who's a skeleton, you have other characters who are like reincarnated as orcs, right?
Mhm.
Or slimes or whatever, whatever fucking shit, right? Lots of different characters that have looks that are not generic Japanese man, right? Japanese dude, right? even discounting that, it's like, yeah, no. All these characters probably have their own like eccentricities and differences and whatnot. If you get granular with it, so I feel like he's being a bit silly, Ellie. He's being a bit
Yeah,
silly. Being
true.
a little true. Fact checked. Fact checked. True.
To be so that someone you yourself could be, but if they're so
wow, Ellie, shit. I wonder if that's the point.
Showing you more of the same characters doesn't prove the point. If you're showing the multiple of the same characters, you can even see using like the
blasé
same
as to
image.
fit everyone, can they really?
Like what is it? Second on the right, on the left. It's the same fucking image. He's using the same thing.
Truly appeal anyone? That's why today we're talking about my favorite depictions of masculinity from Frieren, Dungeon Meshi, and Witch Hat Atelier, covering where I think all of these shows do things differently and why their characters succeed where Isekai and Hollywood.
Yeah, because we're 5 minutes into 18.
Part
so
1.
let's...
Frieren.
Alright,
Frieren's take on being a hero is something I find really fascinating. You can't go a single episode of Frieren Beyond Journey's End without hearing about Himmel the hero, whether it's a flashback.
Yeah, our Giga Chad. True King Himmel. It's funny he says this because remember I was talking about how there was like drama on Twitter about people like shitting on our boy Himmel and people shitting on our boy for being generic good man.
Right? It was like second season when people got tired of him.
I can't. No. It was like, well, yeah. Oh, actually, it was second season. Oh, was it third? I don't fucking remember. But anyway.
A passing remark of various state of polished statue. Despite being long dead, Himmel is kind of omnipresent in Frieren. But after all, why shouldn't he be? He's the legendary hero who slayed the Demon King. But Frieren really isn't a story that's interested in all that. We've actually never even seen Himmel's confrontation with the Demon King, not through flashbacks, not as a memory, barely even recalled by characters. We don't even know what the death blow was, if there was one. We haven't seen the fight, and we barely understand what actually happened. Because despite everything, that's not really the story Frieren is trying to tell. What we do see
just kind of follows... We are passing. All right, we're here. What did Himmel do at this location? And we're not over there where Himmel did that thing over there. So we're not seeing what Himmel did over there. We're just
and it's not particularly plot relevant to what's happening like right in the moment. Right.
No, if I see that bridge where Himmel passed, and then I see flashback thing moment where Himmel passed that bridge right now. Yeah, that's important, but yeah, like I said, it's about redoing your journey, and so you're going to get the moments as a flashback when Himmel was doing the same thing back then. So it's not going to show big battles far in the future, far along the way.
Yeah.
That would kind of spoil the journey that they're currently on, really.
Yeah, and like I said, Himmel was a good guy. He was chill. He did good things. He had good sense of morality, right? He's a decent fella, right? Of course, people are going to remember him as a decent fella, and we're going to get reminiscence about how he was a decent fella, right? It's like, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Is Himmel's day-to-day life, how he helps ordinary people, how those small acts of kindness are actually the things people remember, not this ultimate pseudo-divine act of slaying a demon king in the far reaches of the world, but just how he was a good person in the moments he
oh, look, it's exactly what we were talking about.
No one was watching. We've barely seen Himmel in the face of combat, and yet we've seen him spend a day looking for a lost cat. We've seen someone that had the foresight to commission statues of himself everywhere to greet his immortal friend, knowing she might one day want to see a familiar face. He even left his memoirs out for her to continue in a world and future he knew would someday not.
Yeah, he lost the book, yeah. Yeah. He didn't like deliberately leave because wasn't it like the church or whatever that was on the island?
Yeah, that was kind of I don't know.
Yeah.
Lore wise, I don't know if the church already existed and they placed the book there, or they built the the church in honor of Himmel and the book itself, etc. Blah blah blah. Doesn't matter. No,
something
the book
or
was
another,
lost, and it ended up there.
Yeah.
Not include him. Frieren gets a lot of praise for its female main characters. Frieren, Fern, Flamma, Serie, Ubil, and it's totally understandable why, but I think it writes men in a particularly interesting way. I don't think there's much that screams masculine about Himmel the hero.
I don't know. I think he's pretty man. Again, it's masculinity is like doesn't have to be this like hard and fast defined fucking thing, right? Like I would argue that just being a good fucking person is pretty fucking masculine, right? Again, if we're using like the counter reference is like Andrew fucking Tate, right?
Yeah.
Like yeah, obviously Himu is not fucking Andrew Tate, right? He's not a douchebag, right? Clearly. So, like Ellie, the bar's pretty fucking low, right? To be a bit of oh man.
In fact, we learn he's kind of a diva, somewhat vain, and ultimately he's not the hero of legend at all, no matter how badly.
Masculinity is not, oh no, I need to be more buff, look at me.
Yeah.
Look how strong I am.
He may yearn for it, but he's also comfortable being the emotional anchor of this group, a compassionate, if not flawed person, just trying to make the world a better place when and where he can.
He does sound like I mean, you should have been here before, Gouda, when he was being extremely gay about women, and I called it out. He's very male feminist, Gouda.
And aside from Himmel, Stark is also just a fantastic male lead for Frieren's present party. At first glance, Stark seems like he's the cowardly character trope that we've seen 1,000 times over. But we learn that Stark is A, immensely powerful for being a human fighter, and B, just like a genuinely pretty good dude. And it becomes a joy to watch this young, scared kid gradually mature into, well, a hero. There's an emotional intuition to Stark's character that I really enjoy, not because he's particularly great at interpersonal dynamics, but because he recognizes his various shortcomings, and he tries. He strikes out on first dates, he says things that are unintentionally hurtful, and every day he walks the razor's edge of fumbling a baddie. Oh god, he's just like me for real.
Okay. Alright, I guess.
2 had a lot of spotlight on Stark, and I think for good reason. We're at the point of Stark and Fern's lives that they're becoming adults right in front of us. Just like for our protagonist herself, it's easy to forget just how much time is passing in this show, and those years since the death of Himmel the hero just keep ticking upwards. Every montage where the group opts to pass a few months in a town, it's adding up. Seasons pass, then years. And what it means is we're seeing Stark become a man.
The group hasn't been in a village for months, unless they absolutely have to in the case of a winter. But otherwise, they have been, from what it looks like, a
Pretty
week
much
at
on the
the
go.
absolute most. Most of them seems to, they leave within the week. Except, when it's actually winter and actually deadly to go out.
In real time, and that immaturity of season 1 Stark is already beginning to fade a little bit as Stark's decisions and morals and values are becoming more firm, more rooted in who he is. When asked to become the frontliner for other parties, he refuses because he knows where his real place is. When a demon attacks Fern, he doesn't even pick up his axe, he just puts that dude in a master lock. Unlike a lot of the cast of Frieren, Stark has never met Himmel. He only knows Himmel as a character in his master's stories, as a legend. But despite that, I feel like Stark is oddly one of the most Himmel-like characters in the entire show. Because being brave even in the face of fear, well, that's exactly what Himmel the hero would do. A late highlight for me personally is Stark's brief relationship with Genau. Just a fantastic bit of character writing in these few episodes. While it's never really stated, it doesn't have to be. Genau is suffering from survivor's guilt and kind of resigns himself to the fact that he wants to die as his partner did, defending the town on his own in futility. It really is like the masculine urge to die in a battle type thing.
Yeah. Well, hang on a minute, right? Wouldn't that be like an example of bad masculinity, right?
Oh, but he
like
hides it. He hides
the masculine urge to throw your life away, right? and not want to like continue, right? Like, wouldn't that be a example of something that was kind of a toxic mindset, right? To have,
Yeah, I mean,
right?
it is a big toxic mindset, but he does it to he hides a lot of his actions behind harsh words and cold logic, but actually he does a lot of kind things. Like,
Mm.
oh, don't worry, bread maker is going to be all right when he has a deadly wound, and they might both know it, but
Yeah,
instead of some, no man, you're going to die, so don't even
yeah.
bother.
You are totally
Totally dead. No hope for
yeah.
you.
Don't worry about it though. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Good. So yeah, no, yeah. I just feel like if we're gonna be talking about like toxic masculinity and toxic kind of like examples of that, like I feel like the whole idea that men should just sort of you know have that masculine urge to sacrifice and kill, just throw the life away for the sake of others, right? Not being allowed to kind of be a little bit selfish, right? You could classify that as perhaps a problem, right? Um, because because like I said, if someone like actually like feared for their life and ran away, right, they're
Mm,
considered a coward, right? Traditionally, right? Like if we're going to talk about traditional, you know, presentations of it, but I guess in this guy's mind, that's fine. Meanwhile, I don't know. Again, like what because it's hard when like we're starting from a premise that I don't like agree with, right? Which is that most anime is like Andrew Tate masculinity. Therefore, these shows are doing it different than most other shows, right? That's
yeah,
like
but
that's the premise you have to buy into for this video to work. And because I don't buy into that fucking premise, it means I'm sitting here basically just like, um, all right, I guess.
yeah, he's a cool character. I like him. He's
Yeah,
not a
he's good.
favorite
Yeah,
character. He does need some therapy in some way.
he needs to go to therapy. Yeah.
More, but more people. He's not
Fan,
the only one in this show. Sadly, does Oak.
fantasy therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna go to fantasy world therapy.
Now believes himself to be an irredeemably bad person for letting his partner die, but Stark refuses this, recognizing Ganau's bravery, defending his home to the end as something he could never be capable of. And through this conversation, through their mutual understanding, and their fight with Revolta, the two come to realize that they aren't defined by what they believe about themselves, but by the actions they take. A bad person never would have saved a little girl out of instinct. A coward wouldn't take a direct hit for his comrade and stay fighting in battle. Someone that feels nothing towards people dying wouldn't give everything he had left to save someone's life. Part 2. Delicious in Dungeon.
All right. So, any comments? I get because it's good stopping points per chapter to kind of yeah.
I don't know. I think this would be better if he categorized by specific characters, because if he's going just from I like this character, I like this character, I like this character per show, that would be kind
Mm,
of boring. Um, the
mm.
samurai guy, Japanese guy over here, he's all about prince and honor, and although oh no, I'm a secret prince, everybody knows.
Mm,
Our boy
mm,
here, he's not in it for any for any glory really. He's here in it for the monsters.
mm.
Um, the show is Dungeon Meshi is less focused on the characters. It's slightly more interested in the world, with a lot of world building. I know the elves and the dungeons and the magic
And how you cook certain things
and
and you do certain things.
curses and politics and all that stuff. Where, of course, Freerun does very little in world building stuff. Hey, here is a town that's about the beer, the ale.
Mm,
All right, next
Ale
chapter.
Town, yeah.
Ale Town, and next chapter is Stormy Weather Town and a boat that goes to the island where the book is. And next town, what is this town? This town is Sword Town, where the sword got stolen town. And then we move on. So not a lot of world building in that sense. Dungeon Meshi is the opposite, so lots of world building. So the main cast, the main four are neat. It's very neat when they expand the cast to like another mirror group with kind of opposite qualities, where our main group is all about kind of extrospection. From what they're kind of very focused on themselves, and then we have an super opposite character in the other group that is all about mapping out relationship between everybody so that he can understand and know the dynamics between every single person and group on the island, so he kind of just know what people want and need and are going to do, where our main character is not interested in humans at all. And then before the opposite, like I said, is a character that is so interested in humans, he knows everything. So I'm kind of wondering what he's going to talk about with the characters, because there's slightly less depth to them. So let's see.
I guess we will find out.
Dungeon Meshi's biggest strength is its ridiculous cast of characters. Despite the lived-in
opposite of
world
what I
building,
said.
the science meets cuisine approach to
no.
monsters, and the subtle politics of the world quietly unfolding before our eyes, the major appeal of the series is just this goofy lot of absolute weirdos, and none could be more apt for this video than Laios. Laios is such a great main character because he's such a bad main character. Okay, maybe bad is a little unfair, but I don't think anyone can deny that Laios is a little different from most fantasy heroes. I made an entire exploration of this topic in one of my earliest videos, but I think that Laios being a goofy little dork instead of a Jon Snow or an Aragorn is exactly what makes Dungeon Meshi such a good deconstructionist piece of character writing in fantasy.
Another bad words to use, deconstruction.
He's not. What is getting deconstructed?
Yeah.
Like, what is he? This is a big fucking problem, right? Is these people use deconstruction to mean, this
something
does things
different,
differently, right? Yeah, something different, right? Like, it's not. Yeah, he's not the same as like other like fantasy main characters. He's a bit of. I mean, again, I haven't watched Dungeon Meshi, so I can't like comment on it, right? Like, he's a bit of a dork, right? He's a bit of a dork man. He's a bit of a nerd, right? He's a bit of a funny little haha man, right? So, yeah, he does things a little bit differently. That's not deconstructing anything.
Or even
right?
really that out of the ordinary, because there's plenty of nerdy characters in one way or another. Even if we're going to talk about Dandadan or Negima or whatever other show, we can go out
plenty of examples. There's
millions.
Plenty of examples of it, yeah. And this kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you remember when the author of Dungeon Meshi got interviewed, and it was the most awkward shit. We were like, the interviewer was like trying to like push, oh, is he autistic? He's totally autistic, isn't he? He's like autistic. And the author's like, no. like what? What are you talking about? What do you mean? Like, the interviewer was like asking all these really weird fucking questions, and the author is just like, what? So it's that's what I'm getting the vibe here. Is oh, he's a little bit of a nerdy guy. But it's like, no, yeah.
It's the secret sauce to making it feel less like a paint-by-numbers fantasy and feel genuinely alive, like you're watching a friend improv lines at a D&D table, or flubbing your entire playthrough with a crit fail in Baldur's Gate 3 when you haven't saved in ages and turned the autosave off because you enjoy a challenge. Well, guess what, buddy? You haven't saved in 7 hours of playtime. Back to Act 1, idiot. But underneath all that deep unseriousness, there is a heroism...
Isn't it based on wizardry instead? I believe
Like,
the dungeon mesh in particular is based on
it
wizardry.
probably is. Because I know wizardry is very, very popular in Japan. Actually, there's a wizardry-based anime coming out. I think either this next season or the season after that I'm actually keen on watching because I hear good things about it. So that wizardry is a big thing over there. So you could probably trace the lineage.
Oh, of course,
Might
you,
not be
you
particularly
got
relevant.
wizardry to what was it called again when a campaign got turned into a book or journal or some was made.
I don't know.
It has a name, and that's turned into the
Yeah,
generic fantasy template, etc., etc. And
yeah,
then
this man isn't rubbing up Goblin Slayer. Yes, Goda, he's not. He's not. Goblin Slayer's too autistic for him. But no, anyway, let's.
To Laios that I think we can all really respect. An archetypical masculine hero is a man that stands by his duty. There's a sort of stoic understanding and personal contract to responsibility. Do the right thing no matter the cost. With great power comes great responsibility type beat. And this whole
But that's literally most masculinity, though. Like, what are you talking? It's literally most of the time. Like most heroes are like that. Like, what are we doing here?
stoic self-sacrifice thing is hero shit 101. Think of what I just said about Ganao. Think about how many times you've seen it in fiction. It's just what heroes do. Laios is so interesting, both because he has no interest in that stuff whatsoever, and because he's completely defined by it to the core of his being. In the last episode of the series, we finally get some Laios backstory, which in and of itself is such a neat bit of writing, like why save that till now? It's such a cool choice. But we get the reveal that Laios was, and technically is, a deserter. Totally unable to live a rigid and militaristic life he had no interest in, he leaves the army to do his own thing. And then in the Golden Country, where he's revealed to be something of a chosen one, again, he just doesn't seem thrilled with the idea. To bear this sort of heroic responsibility is something that Laios just doesn't want for himself. And that kind of writing, not a temporary and cliche denial of the hero's journey like you see all the time, but a deep rejection of even the idea of being a hero. I think that's why
Thing I like good, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, cliched rejection of the hero's. What did he say? Hero's journey or hero's call? I believe he said hero's call.
Well, it's one of the things. It's
but
like,
it means it's the same thing in the end.
yeah.
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 I don't know. I mean, Laos was never really a lead. He was never really a leader, anyway, of the group. He might be a little bit of a guiding, a pushing force, but never a leading force. He was never on the front lines going this way. It was all about, concern for his sister, and that motivates, three of the two of the members. No, not three. Three of the members of the group, and the fourth is kind of just,
I haven't watched or read Dungeon Meshi Goda, so I'm and I don't know if Ali cares particularly about the spoilerinos.
I know that Marcel gets a big black dress and all that stuff, and the big,
I don't. Yeah, I haven't been reading it. So
and the lion is not as good natured as he he portrays himself to be, etc., etc. But I haven't read much. I don't believe I even got to the part where she gets her black dress. So it's kind of when the elves really enter the picture and enter the dungeon and stuff, and the big confrontation in the small hut. When
I don't know
when the group is doing that with the book.
I don't know, but anyway, man's waffling.
Yeah,
man's waffling. So let's keep.
Laios strikes a chord with a lot of people. Nobody wants to sacrifice themselves for a cause they don't believe in. Nobody wants to fight on the front lines of someone else's battle. Through Laios, Dungeon Meshi's stance on being a chosen one is clear. You don't need to be a hero to do the right thing. You just have to be a regular guy that shows up and does it. The flip side of not wanting to be perceived as a hero is that Laios is undeniably a hero. He doesn't even think twice when his friends are in danger, and you actually couldn't point to a better example of masculinity as self-sacrifice than Laios 1v1ing nearly every monster in the entire dungeon to protect his friends and save his sister. Maybe the series' most hype moment so far is the Red Dragon fight, where Laios is literally prepared to sacrifice his life just at the off chance Fallon could still be alive somehow. Even Laios' blunt social awkwardness always has the eventual intention of just wanting to help his friends out of a dark place that maybe they didn't even recognize themselves in. Shuro, Senshi, Marcel, Izutsumi, Laios' dumb natural intuition at some point kind of helps them all when they're at their lowest. And it's not even just Laios. Ryoko Kui kind of writes all of her male characters with this blunt rejection of masculine heroism, and instead a more quiet focus on kindness, on nurturing. Senshi and Chilchuk both exemplify understated masculinity, both outwardly appearing gruff and standoffish, but secretly being total sweeties who care deeply about the people around them.
These two are just like 2 daughters that he cares about, so he doesn't want to die. His life is not being a hero because he is actually already a father of 2 adult daughters. I believe they are adults, but because the halflings age have a maximum lifespan of 30 years. 2 months in the dungeon is a whole year for the daughters.
It's about the furthest thing from the archetypical masculine hero as it gets, and yet what could be more manly than cooking a meal for the whole squad, than shedding tears, showing emotion openly? What's more inherently masculine than providing for and protecting a younger generation? And speaking of that, part 3, Witch Hat Atelier.
All right, so the dungeon messy glaze is over. Shedding tears as a guy gets you ostracized. Yeah, Gouda's got a there's this weird thing where like the male feminist or like the feminist in general always do this thing where they're like, oh, we want men to be able to show emotion, Ellie. Men need to be able to cry and they need to be able to show emotion. And then the fucking moment, the fucking nanosecond, right? A man shows even a little bit of fucking emotion in real life, right? Not in like an anime, but like in real life, it's almost like they just get fucking the switch flips, right? The switch fucking flips, and they get bonked on the head, and they go, "Ooh, weak, ooh, you cry, baby."
Don't fall for the. Was it the? Is it the Goomba thing?
The Goomba. Oh yeah, that meme about Twitter fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
These people are real allies. So shut the fuck up.
But Twitter isn't. So.
Well, I mean, I don't know how long my Twitter is going to be. but no, it's that does happen. That is like a thing that I see constantly. Is like, yeah, the moment like a man actually does show emotion, they just get fucking treated like shit. So, it's all well and good to be like, oh yeah, no, look, it's so good that he gets emotional and he sheds tears. He has his realistic panic attack in my media or whatever. But then when confronted with that in real life, these people will always fucking like falter, right? They always fucking lose their shit, and their nerve when encountered with an actual situation like that. Yeah. So yeah, that's my little political rant done, I guess. Yeah, because you watched the ATF Italia.
Yeah.
The show all about the ATF. Yeah.
Basically, the 2 witches that are most important are both parents. They're basically 2 fathers. With one of them is just there for hey kids, don't get sick. I don't want to bother with you getting sick. Here, have this tool that will help you to prevent you from getting sick. This is not out of kindness, I swear. And this guy that is from, alright, Coco, you need some help, protection, food, rest, joy in your life. Alright, all good, alright. Also, I'm going to use you to get to my secret objective, to get revenge on. Oh, but Coco, grow up as a good grow up a good kid. I hope you grow up as a good kid.
Mm,
But also, I'm going to use you for my own secret agenda. You see,
yeah, like I said,
he has like a bit of a black and white, a hidden side through like a tinted glass one half and clear eyes on the other. I wish it would show up on his character somewhere.
Well, like I said, I haven't watched it. I haven't watched ATF the show, so I don't particularly know a lot about what the happenings is. But I'm gonna guess he's gonna it's gonna be another we need to glaze the witch hats thing.
His male lead, Kifri, is the instructor of the girls in the atelier. Think Gojo Kakashi, that brand of white-haired dude with covered eyes and a deep well of trauma that I'll just let you find out about for yourself. Kifri is an undeniable fan favorite at this point. See my last video. And again, I think Witch Hat's idea of
he's a fan
watch
favorite.
my other video.
Watch my video, not look at all the fan art, look at all the discussion. No, I am the proof. Naretsu,
masculinity.
Look how many people hate on
this closet gay. Closet gay.
No idea. But Naretsu, did you know that so many people hate terrible writing advice? Just look at my video.
Yeah.
I made a video.
Just something so out of the norm that it's really refreshing to see. The thing that really stands out about Kifri is just how much grace he's willing to give a complete beginner into the world of witches. In Witch Hat, magic is created.
Like I said, it's because Coco is a lead on his enemy for life. That's the only reason he took her in.
Right.
Through drawing, and it becomes this wondrous extended metaphor that the study of art itself is akin to magic. And through Kifri, we get this endlessly patient teacher who wants the best for his students, guiding them through the day-to-day minutiae as well as life-defining trials, a sort of hot anime Bob Ross. And if you've ever had a male mentor figure or role model, a teacher, a coach, family members with shared interests, anything, you know how completely life-changing it can be to have that kind of anchor in your life. And conversely, you can imagine how soul-crushingly terrible it can be to have someone in your life who's supposed to be teaching you, not believing in you. And these themes and motifs are things that early Witch Hat explores and, in my opinion, knocks out of the park. Kifri and Orogyo are master and watchful eye, choosing to raise apprentices after becoming accredited witches themselves. And while the whole scenario screams history will say they were roommates to me, there's just something about these two non-biological girl dads that just
the joke of his story will say that they were roommates. Sorry, the joke was landing like 5 seconds later.
Works. The Cat Atelier is these two and their relationship and their dynamic towards parenting, not parenting these kids. But aside from being caring, Kifri is also undeniably cool, and we're supposed to be just as impressed by him and his obscenely powerful magic as the girls are. But we're also supposed to realize that he's not always right. There's a sort of uneasiness to Kifri as he tells the girls to only use magic to spread happiness, while clearly being conflicted about believing that kind of happiness is even possible. It's like the next generation realizing that the old ways aren't always right, but still being forced to abide by them. Kifri himself caught in the middle. Ah, God, finally some accurate millennial Gen Z representation in me.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm calling this. How many minutes left?
Not long. We're actually almost there. We got like 2 minutes left. We're almost done.
10 minutes?
No, it's 16 out of 18.
Oh, sorry. I was afraid you said 10 minutes. Like, oh,
yeah, almost had a heart attack. Yeah.
No, to preempt, maybe like there's a 2 minutes Patreon outro. Let's hope. This video is so indulgent. It
really is, yeah.
So I want to talk about these characters that I like, which is fine. But this is not this is not a deep examination on the meaning of masculinity and its representation in anime over the years or in these particular shows.
Yeah.
This is about I like these male characters a lot.
Yeah. Let me
And
glaze them.
yeah.
Big glaze.
But anyway, let's finish the video.
Yeah, it's fine, but don't fucking wrap it as a critique on male power fantasy. Yeah. Good as on.
Media. Kefri, Elrugio, and nearly the entire male cast of Witches, Not You, are such positive masculine figures.
That is the cop.
Ah, okay.
And they're great characters not just for their strength or talent or magical ability, but for their willingness to be gentle, goofy, patient, and selflessly supportive to the next generation of witches. Unless they're not.
Ooh.
Nah, I'm just messing with you.
Spooky.
Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. If you'd like to support the channel, consider a like and a comment. Who's your favorite male character of these series, and why did they resonate with you? And if you'd really like to support the channel, consider checking out my Patreon or becoming a YouTube channel member. On Patreon, I have my live reactions to Dungeon Meshi, Freerin, and Witch Hat Atelier, both reading and watching for the first time. So it really helps out the channel, and you get to see all of my first thoughts to everything that's happened in these series. A big thank you to my patrons and YouTube channel members.
Alright, there we go. We'll leave it at that then. Right. So yeah, a little bit vapid. A little bit of a vappy vap video. Wasn't really like you said, the critique of masculinity that was promised from the twatters, right? Pretty bog standard. I like when Thing Japan do thing, like, oh no, Western masculinity bad, Japanese masculinity good.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I think the man kind of fucked himself with the framing, right? Like framing this as like, yeah, this is why you let woman write fantasy, right?
But then there's very little discussion about how that really impacted the story.
Yeah. Like we had a little bit like in the beginning of like, okay, woman, blah blah blah, something, woman, something, right? We had a little bit of that in the beginning, but then as the video kind of went on, especially when he moved into talking about individual series, right? He's just sort of doing the mother's basement. I'm just gonna describe, the plot almost, or maybe not the plot, but like he's just describing. Oh, I like Himmel because Himmel is, a hero that does the things, and he's a kind man, and he's not like Andrew Tate, and that's good, right? So yeah, he kind of fucked himself with the whole framing this video as a men versus woman. Yeah, this is why you let women write fantasy type thing, because he didn't even really answer that question, right? Like why you let women write fantasy, right? He's like, it's almost like a virtue signal, right? Like it's a virtue signal in my mind to be like, oh, look at the woman, they do things so much better than the men. Like, oh, these female authors, Ellie, they're
there's
so
many.
good.
Was it Akasasa Aka, or the guy, the Oshinoko Kaguya-sama writer? I like Shirogane a lot. I like Ishigami a lot also. They are, especially Ishigami is like a fan favorite character of the show, and he's like a secondary male character. Because he goes through big development, big trauma, big overcoming past, big obstacle, big introvert challenges, etc. But also Shirogane, who carries big trauma, big unresolved things. His drive, presented as a good thing, a noble thing in the beginning, is revealed to be very super unhealthy, and actually is going to kill him. So he better stop that right the fuck now before he actually kills himself in his constant drive to, oh no, Naretsu, she will leave me if I don't have the stars, unless I move the stars to spell out her name. I have to do it, otherwise she'll leave me. I am going to build a rocket right now. So when it's revealed that Shirogane has a bit of an unhealthy habit here, the story goes, oh no, this is a bad thing. Shirogane really needs to quit right now. And then the show does it, or the show, this is not in the show. And then the series does a funny thing. Well, he has a girlfriend now. Am I, as the girlfriend, going to tell my boyfriend, "Oh, you don't know, you don't need to try as hard"? That sounds like a bit of a convenient girlfriend thing to do. I don't want that. So that's where the funny in the relationship thing starts again. But that doesn't lessen my enjoyment of Shirogane as a character and his big traumas, all this stuff, and Ishigami. That's written by a man. Can you imagine? And let's see, any other male characters that I particularly like in that sense? Not that that comes to mind right now. Not to say, of course, there weren't plenty of characters I like for a lot of reason. Kazuma is very funny, for instance.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a character that I'll talk about soon that I like, that we like. I assume that you also will like him. But
yeah. So anyway,
not to dwell too much about, but what about these characters, scenes, shows, series? Yes, too much glazing, too much. I like these characters, and I'm going to dress it up in a reason why I'm objective or insightful in a way.
Yeah, it was not quite like as controversial as I was expecting, but not a great video, right? Like it's pretty vapid boilerplate, cooking water, a lot of words to say a whole lot of nothing type stuff that we've kind of been seeing a lot of lately with these kinds of videos, where people just fucking waffle on about stuff that's not.
Oh
really
yeah, one minor thing. I
interesting.
was already kind of worried when they say from all these isekai, and when he kind of said that we are that the majority are isekai. That's objectively not true.
Yeah, disrespecting our man Ainz as well.
Of
very
course.
bad. That's not good.
But that was kind of a prelude to not most anime aren't isekai, and no, you're talking about Noro, so you're already kind of showing like a slight lack of knowledge about the subject. And then he dropped deconstruction, and I was like, all right, man.
Yeah, then he dropped deconstruct, and then that's the end of it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get anime up. I'm taking a piss. I'll be right back.
Let's get anime going to the anime. Let's hide the posters over here. And then click, going on to the correct screen. Yeah. Actually, people, I have watched a bunch of anime on the day it came out instead of waiting until today or yesterday for me right now to watch 6 shows and get caught up real fast. I actually took the time to watch a couple of shows over the week because sure, watching them all today is fine and all, but I'd rather not, rush my enjoyment right before a stream. And I still had time to do my Iron Nests in one more run of Noita. I died super fast.
Anime time.
Yeah, I learned not to get too disappointed in Noita anymore. Just assume that I'm already dead. I already lost.
You already died.
Yeah.
You're already dead. It's
have no hope. Then no disappointment can come.
Right.
Wasn't there a show like that?
I think so. Anyway, what's our first slide?
This is our first slide.
Waiting for it to pop up. Okay. All right. What do you've got more on here than I do?
Yeah. Let's say the Witch from Mongolia. I should really remove some shows because
big witches, Mongolian witches do be Mongolian.
So we're kind of getting into the real. We already established that they want to kind of just divide and conquer the Mongols. because they harmed, they wronged both of them, and they're both of them they are now colluding in a plot to create a storm that will tear down the Mongolian Empire. And this episode is kind of a setup in that sense, kind of introducing what is needed to do that. So, the big Kaan, greater than a Khan, the Kaan.
The true Andrew Tate Giga Chad.
Yeah, because apparently the Retsu Genghis Khan was a Khan, but Genghis Khan did not dare to take the title of Kaan, which is apparently like the bigger Khan.
The big, you got the small dicks, the medium dicks, and the big dicks.
Yeah,
right?
And Genghis Khan called himself medium, and now
he's medium dick. Yeah,
and now that this guy, the current guy, is calling himself the biggest dick. But he's not. He's the smart guy, and he's not really has an eye for war, but just mostly just big tactics, logistics. So when the big conference is held for all the chiefs and the clans coming together, having a little bit of a noble discussion, the noble houses getting together, discussing the next moves. They all talk about which war are going to do, which are any going to conquer, and then this Kaan guy says, "I want to make a capital. I'm going to make a city," and all of them are like, "Oh, a city dwellers? How dare! That's disgusting! How dare you?" It's good. Nah. It's not for us. It's for all the trade people we capture.
Yeah.
When we go conquer a city, we kidnap like all the skilled laborers, the smiths and the jewelers and the
all the Kino people that are good at what they do.
The scholars
they do things.
And
we grab
the important books. So now we're going to make a capital, put all those people in there. So we've got a big capital with a big, productivity and all this stuff, and we're going to roam around. We're going to Mongol. We're going to horde.
We're going to do Mongol things.
And then every once in a while we go into the city with our wealth and splendors and sell it all in the city, buy everything from the capital, and then we're going to hoard again. Right? That's the idea. Turns out that the clans are not too happy with this idea. They're from but then, so as you remember, we have three brothers. One of them is the Kaan smart guy. We have one that's big on focus on law and order kind of the guy, and we got the guy who is the biggest faction, the biggest power, the military guy. Military guy walks up, does disrespectful thing, and goes, "Hey, brother, what about war?"
Yeah. Hey, how about we do a war?
Yes.
let's do war.
And so,
war's fun.
And then War Brother goes, "All right, we're going to do this war. It's going to be grand. It's going to be great. Everybody will be happy. Cool.
We're going to make war great again.
We're going to do big war." Great or good idea, right, brother mate? So War Brother is a little bit disrespectful against the Kaan by being a bit casual in that and whatnot. But he is the biggest army. He is the biggest power, greater than the Kaan. But here's the play, Naretsu. This fun war that he's going to do is only going to increase the power and renown of the War Brother. Which, even if he is not planning to do a revolt, coup, etc., other people are going to be afraid of that war faction, of the sort of full soldier faction anyway. So this is the plan. Find a clan, a group, somebody that is willing to go to war against the War Brother, or in some way, diminish the power of that faction. Meanwhile, other people go, "Damn, that War Brother Soldier Brother is getting big power. There might be people that are going to exploit this imbalance of power and sow discord amongst the clans.
Big power vacuum thingy mabobs.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny. One group saying, "Oh, there's a big power imbalance. Let's exploit it." And another group goes, "Damn, there's a big power imbalance. Let's prevent exploitation of it."
Yeah, because that's not going to be fun. Not
No,
going to be fun.
and then there's one last thing. Kaan gave like super expensive jeweled earrings to a beggar because he asked for it, and then turns out la 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 they came back.
Oh,
Through traders and
okay.
trade routes they came back, and so our Kaan guy says, just as planned. My plan is working. Because his plan is to have a bunch of trade routes and a capital and trade logistics, safe routes, and all this stuff. So when our revenge lady comes to say, "Hey traders, why aren't you scared of going over here and trading with the Mongols? Aren't they like a horde and killing everybody and super dangerous?" They
just big massacres going on. Yeah,
yeah.
big rapes. Big rapes.
They go, "No, it's actually super safe. The Kaan pays a lot of money for our goods, most profit, and the roads are super safe because every time
It kind of reminds me of New Vegas with the Legion, right? Where it's like, yeah, sure, they're like enslaving everyone and you have to follow their rules, but at least the roads are clean.
Yeah, and then this is kind of a shock to our revenge girl that's from, "Hey, but the Mongols are scary, right?" And they go, "No, the roads are safe. We can make money.
Yeah.
We're going to come back later for more trade."
As long as you play by the rules, it's fine. Like it's all
So
good. Don't worry about it.
this is kind of the turning point because she is going on this great plan to prevent further harm, right? The sequence was to destroy the Mongol Empire because it is going to go out and raid a bunch of people and destroy and kill and all that stuff. But now she's confronted by the traders and go, "Nah, man, it's safer now."
Nah, man, it's based.
Yeah,
Those Mongols are based.
super
They
based.
keep the roads. Yeah, they're super based. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
So there might.
Super,
I don't
super
think
great.
she'll not abandon her quest for revenge right away, but there might be a change in the future where she might, instead of dismantling it, might seek to control it more. I know by history, at some point Kaan dies and things happen, etc. And there's a brief moment where one of the wives is regent for like 4 years, just acting calm, and she is still alive and is the advisor to that wife that is now calm for that period of time. But from what I'm told, that is not only is that like 10 years in the future, it's also not yet made written as the manga. The manga has not caught up to that point in history.
We're not quite there. We're not quite there yet.
Yeah, so I'm spoiled on history in that the Mongol Empire kept going for a while to the point that she was like second in command of it for a while. So yeah, but that's that's Mongol.
Those Mongols.
And I haven't watched any of Nanoha. I have Unseen remains unseen. I should, like I said, remove it.
You've been a bit on the lazy side, not watching the shows.
Yeah. How's the short man?
He's sword manning. This was so last episode he fought a giant boar and he killed the giant boar, and that was his excitement, right? And this episode is we have the big festival. He's grilling all the meat because he killed the big boar, so he gets to do all the meat, right? And all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
And we get the big fight between him and the dad. Him and the dad have a spar to see who's stronger. Right, the grandpa, well, dad, he's an old man, right? They're both. Well, I mean, he's I think Swordmaster Man's only like 30 or whatever, so he's not that old. he's, he's not
He
that old.
known to be a
Um,
super unk
yeah,
graveyard.
he's great. He's dead. It's
Yeah,
over. It's so over.
dust.
But basically, yeah, we just have the fight, and he wins. He beats his dad, and he asks the question, "Oh, why did you leave the dojo to me back then, or whatever?" And the dad's like, you've always been stronger than me. You just feared you had fear, and that caused you to, not, win, and, hesitation, da 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 da. So it all ends on happy, good time stuff, fun, well, it's all right. It's fine.
All right.
Still, Dad's still teasing about where are my grandkids? Get a wife. Stop being a dumb fuck. Go. You, you have like 5 women that want your dick. Hurry, get on that now. So yeah. Anywho, so Gusana Alara, a lot of fun.
Speaking
fun
of
happening
where
in
are
that.
my kids?
Where are my kids?
Big lore,
yeah.
big backstory.
Oh yeah, lot of fun stuff going on in Lara this week. So we get big backstory for our blue hair girl. We get to see a little bit more of what happened after Liara turned to foam. She become big foam girl. Yeah. I don't want to do like play by play fucking
No, all
plot
right, we can do
shit.
that. One thing that I think is kind of revealing right now is that father goes, "You must restore the glory of our kingdom."
Yeah. The the racism as well. Even you have disgusting human race now. big fucking bigotry racism passing down the torch.
Yeah.
But I mean, to be fair, our mermaid girl, our blue girl has good reason to
Yeah,
be
like
the
being shown off in the
in
expedition,
the
the World
tank.
Fair on the British in the British Museum for a
Yeah,
bit.
big tank. Yeah, big tank. And our we got some interesting like the mechanics of the potion as well. A little bit of that because turns out so we have anglerfish.
Yeah.
Anglerfish
Which is a nice
fishman.
reveal, actually. I kind of from, hey, where's this
Yeah.
guy? Where I didn't see him in the palace. Where did he come
Yeah,
from?
no, it was one of the friends, fish friends. Turns out the fish friends can also become human-ish. He's still got some fishman
Yeah, I
traits. He's not
mean,
full
he
conversion.
started out being less human-like than the others, so it makes sense that he has a little bit of a he has some things still.
So yeah, and we find out that so the potion is like temporary human, I guess, maybe because they're not finding love, or maybe like how the potion actually works, right? Is a little bit weird. There's like some weirdness to it. So they have to create synthetic. They have a guy, just a random scientist man. They're like, hey, here, make more of this.
Yeah, like in the
Man
17th century or something, it starts out.
man makes
More like
like
18,
spends his whole life.
19.
He spends his whole life trying to make thing. He makes thing and then dies, and she's just like, man, these humans are so dramatic. He's reading his diary or whatever, and he's like, these humans are so dramatic or whatever. And yeah, so then they're on like the synthetic version of the potion, but that's now no longer working. So they need to get Liara to do, like, Liara's light must come back to fix everything. So yeah, some interesting stuff going on there. We also finally, end of the episode, our male, the man has arrived, the Luca man. He has shown up, and immediately we tune back into a fish. Listen, Ellie, she looks at him and she gets so wet. She gets so wet that she's turned back into a fish because she's so wet. yeah, so that's kind of interesting. I don't know how we're gonna deal with that. Um,
Let's
don't know
hope
how we're
he's
gonna.
nearsighted.
Yeah, yeah. Looked like he was squinting a little bit.
Like, I think it's just disbelief from, this can't be right. She's
Yeah,
wearing
yeah,
some
yeah, yeah.
weird bodysuit and having her heels together or something.
Yeah, something's going on. Yeah. So,
I mean, it could
Mari's just
just be
stuck in the
like a.
middle. Mari's just stuck in the middle, like.
Yeah.
Uh. Oh man. So, yeah, pretty much. That's the general gist of the episode. Good episode. Very
Yeah.
good. We get some lore. Yeah, got some lore. Got some information on what's going on. Um, we're getting some big race mixing bad. Don't
Mhm.
race mix bad. Let's not do that. So yes, we will. Yeah, we will. Yeah, we'll be continuing. That's some good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, next slide. What do we got?
Let's
What do we got on
remove
the
the
next
double
slide? What are
posters
we
from
doing?
this one. And let's remove
Alrighty.
these from shows that we're not going to talk
Yes, because we
about.
already did that, and you just kill whatever shows you haven't watched yet.
Yeah.
Bam, dead, gone. All right, what do you want first? What do you got? Finger.
Tanya.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, we really don't have a lot of shows. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. I guess it's just Tanya then.
Let's
Fucking
talk
great
about
episode.
the beast, the man, the legend,
The
Hans,
true Giga Chad.
the male
Absolute
role model.
hell yeah, this is what masculinity looks like. This is some true masculine energy right here. So, all right. So the general gist is you have Tanya being the bait, stuck
Yes,
in the
she's
city.
surrounded.
The,
The plan was she's going into a city. She's going to get surrounded. Then we are going to come in, break through the surround, and now we have a new front line that's way deeper because we have
yeah,
because all the troops went in to surround them, and now they're
yeah,
here.
yeah, and then we can
Kill.
do big things. But now, oh no, all the generals and all the guys are kind of getting a little bit. They're a little bit.
No, this is risky. I don't know. It's better to stay
I don't want to.
here and not do anything.
And our guy is just like 300 in it. Hey, you want to go for a little walk, Mister Mage Man?
Yeah.
Let's go for a drive.
I'll just bring in
And
some amount of people. A little, just like a couple 200s maybe.
yeah, just a small little contingent, right?
Mm.
Let's go. And so he goes out himself to the front line to go save Tanya, right? With his little force. And then oh wait, hang on a minute. The general is all the way out in the fucking war zone. The
An
enemy
enemy
has found
general
out.
on the front lines. We have to get him. Get him now.
Well, and also in the previous like episode, the guy, the coalition guy, was told, "Hey, if that guy shows up on the battlefield, don't better fucking
Abandon
kill
all
him.
priorities. Kill him now.
He's pretty fucking important to kill this general guy, Mister General Man.
Mm.
He's very high priority target. So and Tanya picks up. Oh, this is oh, I see what going on here. I understand. Pincer maneuver.
Yeah.
They're all gonna go after the general. We're gonna hit him in the ass. So let's go. But of course things don't initially go to plan, do they, Ellie? They don't initially
Well, they kind of
go quite
do because all right, we got bait. Then let's the bait is over there, and then they're going to follow us. So let's bait the baits, and then they took the baits,
big
and
baits,
then they baited the baits. So that's all good. The volunteer
Hmm.
corps, the Americans are over there, not important. Mary, psychotic.
Yeah, Mary is like, Tanya's not here. Time to run off again. Once again, you would think she'd be getting court-martialed by now, right?
If
But of course, she's
Tanya
Mary
is
Sue,
constantly
so...
afraid of being court-martialed and disciplined and all that stuff. Nah, man.
Meanwhile, you have
Mary.
Mary Sue is just like, I'm going to disobey every fucking order. If Tanya's on the battlefield, you better believe it. I'm gonna go and fucking run out, right?
This is actually the meme of Jesus going, kill them all, and Satan going, we need to respect life.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, Mary goes off. The mages follow suit. But
Mary
it
goes
turns
off
out it's
against the after the decoy, and now the whole pursuit of Tanya is.
but
So,
it turns out it's all a ruse. Multiple ruses are
yeah.
happening at the same time because it turns out no, Tanya is not that part of that contingent.
Mhm.
Tanya's part of the other contingent.
Which
And
was,
Mary Sue
flying
has been
stealth.
bamboozled.
Tanya
Yes.
was flying
So Mary's
stealth, and the decoy was flying with open comm space, magical signatures and whatnot.
yeah, so essentially, yeah, Mary Sue has been bamboozled.
Yeah.
She's been very, very bamboozled. Very angry about being bamboozled. Uh, Meanwhile, Tanya rushing to go help General Man, who is fighting on the front line.
Mm.
He's got his Mauser. And he's fucking shooting people. The guy's like, we
Raising
need to
the
retreat.
flag, going,
Yeah,
I
no,
am
yeah,
here.
we need to retreat. No,
Let them
we will
know I
stay.
am here.
Let them know I'm here. Raise the flag. It's so fucking great. He gets like grazed in the head twice by two bullets.
Yeah.
He's got blood running down his face. He's just like, nah, it's a flesh wound. It's fine.
If I'm
Don't
here
worry
if I'm
about it.
going to die, then the officers back at home will know this was serious.
Yeah, this was serious. The corpse of a soldier has its uses or whatever. But Tanya is in the meanwhile. Tanya's getting a little bit distracted, I guess, a
Mm.
little bit in a bit of an embroiled fight with
Yeah.
the Federation mages, who are
Mhm.
all very competent, very powerful. You know, they've trained in the camps,
Mhm.
right? The gulags,
Surviving the Siberian winds.
Mm.
I
So,
did like them as a, oh, this is actually high coordination. The kind
mm,
of the definition of low, no, the opposite of what the communists, the Federation is in general with their army, like mass
mm.
deployment, minimum you know,
Yeah, just try and use numbers, right?
numbers and
To
nothing
the
but
advantage.
numbers. Not even the equipment, one. Coordination,
Mm,
nothing. And now we have mages, four. Coordination will be defeat Tanya's entire group, basically,
mm,
with
mm,
just four of them
mm.
against 12.
Yeah. So, yeah, so basically, big fight, but then we have plan occurs. We're
Uh-huh.
gonna do again pincer maneuver. Tanya comes in and breaks the shields with
Mm-hmm.
melee, and then the other mages on the ground shoot and kind of
The shields.
finish off the shields. They manage to get most of the guys, and Tanya's fighting the main Federation guy. But oh wait, shit, she ran out of ammo, and he's magic core is getting fucked.
Mm-hmm.
So his core, oh boy, yeah. Until next time
Yeah.
on Dragon
I'm
Ball
kind of
Z.
wondering though, are they really down? Are they dead? Or are they
I don't know
also
what's
going to
good. Yeah,
escape?
do they just do a tactical retreat or
Mm,
whatever?
are they wounded or are
So
they dead? Or they captured?
yeah, so basically, yeah, they're gone, and now Tanya can come down and support the General Man, and they're fighting on the ground floor, killing all the commies, big fun times. So yeah,
Mhm.
good episode. I thought it was really good. It was very fun. It's quite quite a good time. Tanya's been pretty alright this season, I would say.
Yeah.
All right, so we should move to a slide where we have more than more
Let's
than
move to
one show to
here.
talk about. Yeah, you're gonna have to redo all your anime slides
Oh
somewhat
no.
soon. All right, how's Okay, well, Digimon is continuing, but kind of pseudo reveal. The bad guys are trying to make a god Digimon who needs the E-pulse from Guy. But yeah, whatever. I
Mm.
don't really need to talk too much about it. How's Elusive Samurai Man doing? How's
All
Shota
right,
Boy? Is he
so
shotoring? Are we getting
we
Shotas?
the Shoto isn't much Shotoing. This is the story was much about like the it's still about the battle, and I do feel like the historicness, reenacting kind of being a part of it still. But what I found interesting is that we had our kind of gross looking noble guy. He has the whole
Mm,
completely white face powder, shaved off eyebrows with black dots and whatnot, and lipstick
mm,
thing, and a weird sharp face. He was kind
mm,
of a total clown and a coward, but Naretsu is kind of revealed that um, he is basically a lowly noble with no lineage, no accomplishment or anything. But the emperor picked him as the governor of this land.
mm,
Why?
mm.
He has no qualification, no lineage, no nobility to speak of. Why, emperor? Why did you choose me? Somebody who is, with no anything.
Mm,
Well, Naretsu, the emperor chose him because he saw. He saw his eyes. He saw his
mm,
eyes at disdain at the current order. The eyes that
mm.
looked down upon the high nobles that were just resting on their laurels, basking in luxury, without
Those gosh dang noblemen guys,
doing
annoying.
nothing, coasting on accomplishments of their forefathers while wasting it themselves. The emperor saw those eyes of disdain and thought, he wants to change the world. He will
He's the
fight
one,
for it.
the true king.
And so our main guy still has no confidence in himself. He has confidence in the emperor. That's a new world order where merit will decide, where
Mm.
grit and resolve will change the world. And Retsu, this does sound like a villain.
Um, maybe.
No, not really.
Not.
He's like all these stupid nobles that are just doing nothing, wasting life, or yeah, they're just coasting on their
Mm,
a couple accomplishments of the past, on lineage, on inheritance, not on their own
mm,
accomplishments. He wants to make a
mm,
world where you need to accomplish something, where good people achieve great things. And while
mm,
he has no, like I said, no real qualifications for it himself, he wants to create a world where it does matter what you do. And so
mm,
now we have a villain with noble intentions. We shall create a better world here, starting with this battle. That our villain
mm,
says.
mm,
Um,
mm.
but then he gets defeated and he gets very sad, Naretsu.
Oh
Oh, he's very
no!
sad, disheveled, broken that his better world has not come. And he looks very
No!
sad. It's kind of not funny, but
He's a sad man.
actual
Very sad
sad.
man. Oh
Um
no.
we get we get a thing where creepy guy from previous seasons shows up again. the battle is congealing at one. We had like 3 different battles at the same time, and now they're slowly congealing at a single battle. And that's going to happen like in a couple of upcoming episodes. Also, so there's like a character in the OP that has still not shown up, and it's like episode 6 or so, like halfway through, and we're still missing a season character that is central in the OP and ED. And I think that it will show up like next episode, so that'll be fun. Conclusion of this whole battle arc and a new character.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. All right. What should we do next? Should we do demons?
Big yeah, we can do demons.
We got the big demons. So fun times. We're kind of, big figuring out where our boy is, right? Got to figure out where the boy is. Boy gets saved by our boy. It turns out that our Mothman, he is a double agent.
Yeah.
double,
and he just looks like one.
Yeah, he just looks super. He looks super evil, but he's actually super good. He's a good man.
He's just if he wasn't,
he's misunderstood.
Misunderstood.
He's just misunderstood. He's misunderstood. I'm wondering if that's going to be like a thing, because there was like that joke earlier in the season with the manga artist guy, the fat guy, where he's like, they're like, oh, he's behind everything. He's super evil, but it's like, no, he's just talking to like his editor or whatever, right? I'm wondering if it's like a bait and switch, and that guy is actually the evil guy behind everything.
Well, there was like in a previous episode when they were going to, flatten that house where he works, right? There was like one comment where he said like, "Oh, if that happened, he would be so mad." Right? So he can be a threat. He can be a danger in some circumstances, but it's just not his nature to do so. But if forced to, he could be.
Yeah. So yeah, there's interesting stuff going on around that, right? Where like we're getting bait and switched on who's good and who's bad. But yeah, so basically, our boy is free. You is free. We got to figure out what to do next. Oh wait, there's a smoke signal. Big smoke signal. Oh.
Flip let's go there.
Flipping perspectives. The home demons, the boy and girl home demons, found communication. Communication established through demon infinite cable.
More like an actual Ethernet cable. I was going to say, not Wi-Fi.
Infinite cable wire go through the house. Communication, direct communication. So just assume that while we're talking about this, because there's like 3 different like fucking things going on at the same time, right? Right? There's like multiple angles and which swapping perspectives a little bit, right? We're now getting in. The big house is going on, but someone showed up that was not expected.
The other Asa, person that knows how to smoke.
The scary sister. Because she saw the smoke signal and thought it was Yuru and not
fake gross copy of me.
Yeah, fake gross copy. Oh no. Oh shit. That's not good. So yeah, I'm trying to remember what else happened. Actually, Elliot, what else have we got? Did anything else like major kind of happen?
We get more creepy demons that can take over bodies. A funny scene where from, alright, burst in, guns, enemy over there, blah blah, fight, attack, Oh, hey, you're this goal now? Alright, we only came for him. Bye.
Oh yeah, our guy just leaving the other dude behind with the with the fucking Yakuza looking dude. Oh man, poor. I feel bad. I think that guy's about to get big tortured, so I feel bad for. I feel bad for him. with his little bird demons that he used to control that
Yeah,
one
but
guy.
also I kind of feel that the Raijin Fujin guy, right? I kind of believe him when he say he's a pacifist, because although he looks very scary, he doesn't really seem to be prone to violence. It's not his first instinct to go punch people in the face or something.
Yeah,
He's all about,
I'm not.
projecting an aura of control and inevitability, and I am more powerful than you, so you should better listen to what I'm going to say. Like, Yakuza intimidation tactics.
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. So yeah, no, but like I said, it's interesting. There's a lot going on. The show's good. Let's just
Yeah,
we
I
kinda go there.
can do
How's
in a villainous real quick.
Yeah. How's that going?
So we got our first ritual. I really feel like there are like 50 rituals every single month happening. That's how they do it in this setting, in this world. So our fire coded, red coded villainess comes in. Is not really wanted, but as a maiden, she has the right to be there. And the thing is, you do a big dance, and you get kind of rewards based on how good your dance is, and you have to look past your own, what you feel about them, and reward the dance. Blah 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 blah. She's there to kind of interrogate like one of the factions, the faction that was going to have her, her servant that she has was kind of blackmailed into trying to harass and killing our girl, right? And now she's here to, one, give like the blackmail item back, so the blackmail is gone. And find out who it was. Who was blackmailing my servant to kill me?
Yeah, who do the blook mail? Who be doing the blook? Big blook mail time.
But that kind of there's a kind of weird moment where she's kind of, so you got like the maintenance, and there's like the matriarch of each clan, and then the clan head of our villainess, body swapped. It's her matriarch. Says, "Oh no, don't go, do it." While she was actually kind of winning the argument, which is odd. Our villainess, looked down upon, ostracized, is winning the argument, actually going to get what she wants, and then the matriarch steps in. Her matriarch steps in and says, "Oh, please stop this. Please, let's not continue this any further," which is odd. And then, all right, then she does a big dance. It's the best dance of them all. So
we
good.
do be dancing. Yeah.
So good. The emperor is giving his fan to her. No, not to her.
Oh.
To the dance.
To the dance. To the power of the dance.
Yeah, like the emperor is doing some real petty shit. Like, all right, this dance is the best dance of them all. Gold crystal ball encrusted with gold is not worthy enough of this dance. Have my fan.
Yeah.
And the fan is of a higher rank than a crystal emboldened, embroidered with gold, as you know. And then don't misunderstand me. This is for the dance, not for you. All right, dudes. All right.
Okay, buddy.
Fine. Anyway, back to that argument we were having. So you're going to, and now it turns out that the white servant, the servant of the white faction, doesn't exist.
Oh,
weird.
Okay.
There are more layers of court intrigue happening here. Shape-shifting. There's magic in this setting. sabotage, framing of other people, stirring discord. Interesting. Why does the matriarch wants to stop a winning argument of her faction in kind of? Could it be that the villainess that is now in the body of the maiden? Where did she learn the magic from? To body swap.
Questions.
Yeah. Oh, strange things are afoot.
Big questions
So I was. This was not very
indeed.
high up my list initially, Naruto, but it is kind of a lot of shows are good Naruto, but top 4. I mean, I placed this higher than Livid Lady.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no. Is Livid Lady kind of falling down?
Yeah.
It's not doing.
It's
Not doing
Livid
good.
Lady
Not doing good.
is a bit of too much of a power fantasy, and
it is getting a little bit. Yeah, it is getting a little bit power fantasy.
I mean, I felt it like didn't I mention like the first episode as a housewife power fantasy already?
Yeah, it's narrow for women. I guess we're gonna talk about it's feminine coded power fantasy versus masculine coded
but just
power fantasy.
Actually, just slicing a man in half. And
okay, I guess we should give
vertically.
Okay, TLDR, right? Village occupied by military dudes.
By kingdom, basically.
By kingdom, yeah.
The facade is over.
Interrogate.
The facade is over. The kingdom is involved.
And it's Prince Man being Prince Man. He's a dumb fuck doing dumb fuck shit. Our girl, they interrogate the guy, and then he's like, "Oh, you're gonna let me go now, right?" No. just fucking murks him.
Yeah.
I've seen it before, but the morality in the show is kind of weird, right? Because I mean, obviously bandits are not people, right? So that's one thing, right? It's okay to kill the bandits, right? But now it's kind of like, okay, the soldier man, maybe he's a dick, maybe he's just following orders, maybe it's one of those situations.
Just smash his frozen head and shatter his head.
Slit his throat. Yeah, just slit his throat, bleeds out into the fucking ground. Yep, no reconciliation here. You're on the wrong side. Goodbye. And then obviously the same thing happens to the other soldiers, although in the other case it's like, oh yeah, I'll let you go, but the villagers are not gonna let you go. You killed my husband.
I was more talking yeah, I mean that was also, but I was talking about when she's kind of raiding the camp, when she's attacking the
she's
fort.
Just slicing people up.
Just soldier man freezing them and then shattering their heads as if if they were going to survive being frozen like that because it's magic. I don't care. Smashing their head in. It's like getting a bit.
Well, you're getting a little bit further ahead than what I'm talking about, because I'm talking about the village where
I know you're in the second half.
She clears out the village and lets the guy go, but doesn't actually let him go because the villagers beat the shit out of him, and it's kind of like whatever. So our girl meets up with the other guy, and now they're fully teaming up, and then they go and attack a fort because they need to capture this fort. But the actual targets manage to get away. They get into a fight with some pretty impressive mercenaries that actually know how to combat, do actual combat stuff, right? So it was interesting from that perspective. But yeah, I do agree with you that this does feel very, classical. Oh, she's just so powerful. Even though they struggled a little bit with the mercenary fight, a lot of it is just she just one-shots everything, right? And she just kills things, right? For this, just
Yeah, but I
not
hope
randomly,
I feel that the next episode will be at least better for me because it's going to be more political, diplomatical intrigue and negotiation
yeah,
things.
that's the side of the show that's interesting is
Mm-hmm.
the diplomatic intrigue type stuff. The other thing will be if there's like a confrontation directly between our girl and Prince's forces, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That would be kind of like a more interesting, like the if she goes up against the bodyguard guy, right?
Mm.
Fights him, right? And in the OP, you see her fighting like the priest girl that we've met and the redhead girl that we've met. I don't know if that's just for the OP or if it's going to be like, oh, the turns have tabled or something. Like, what's going on
Well,
here?
but she's also fighting like the priestess lady in the OP, and
That's what I mean.
they're
It's
having
kind
a
of weird. I
laugh.
don't
They're
know
having
what's going
like
on.
from haha, let's spar. So I don't feel
Maybe
that's
I don't. Well, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know what's going on there. So we'll see what happens. The show's good. Like, it's fine. Like, it's not great, but it's
mm,
fine, I would say. And it's interesting enough to like not drop, but at the same time, it is very much like this feels like the female power fantasy. Okay.
Ghost.
Kaiju.
Oh no, you do
Oh, or
kaiju.
Ghost. Which one? Which one? Flip
No,
the
you
coin. Which
talk.
one?
You have your show.
Okay, so Kaiju. Aftermath of last episode, where our main boy is photographed with the Kaiju like kissing him.
Mm.
He's famous. He's big famous now. The TVs are. Oh, hang on. Finally, here at the appropriate time to bully Ellie for not watching Kaiju. Thanks, Naretsu, for footballing. The
Oh.
co-host did wait for real, for real. Oh man, Ellie, you're getting killed in the comments,
Oh
Ellie.
no.
Getting wasted, absolutely annihilated. How will you recover from this? So so essentially what happens is, he's now TV stations are ringing him up trying to get him on. He's big popular. This is affecting the relationship because he doesn't want they don't want to he doesn't want to drag her into it, and she's kind of, like, oh no, this is all my fault, right? Type stuff. So they're like trying to be apart for a little bit, but they end up doing a Skype call, video call, um, and hilarity ensues as they're getting lovey-dovey on the Skype call, and the tail is about to pop out. So she has to change the angle of the camera, but the angle of the camera looks at her down in her chest, and the guy's getting like. He's like, this angle's kind of weird. So you get a little fan service. Yeah, you get a little bit of fan service. A
Those
little bit of fan
subtle
service.
scent verses again.
Yes. But then they decide to go to the fireworks. Classic, Ellie. The school, the festival, fireworks festival. They're wearing their fancy dresses. The mom lets her go out, and they have a fun time. But they get separated, and our girl freaks out because she's like, "I'm gonna miss this fireworks with my boyfriend." Ra turns into kaiju. Guys like, picks up the guy, and they do get to watch it together, even though he may or may not know that she's the kaiju, right? We get another fucking like, oh, she gets out of the water and she's naked because she turned into a kaiju.
Of
Has
course
to
she
find her
is.
clothes. Finds her clothes. Her clothes are a bit ripped. And then they spend the rest of the time having fun. Next episode, it looks like our kaiju otaku girl is going to make a move. She has invited the guy over to the house, or she is at the guy's house and is like, haha, we need to have a chat. Because kaiju, I'm assuming kaiju keeps showing up when you're around, so maybe it'll be like a kidnap situation or something to try and lure kaiju out.
Yeah.
But it's great. I love it. It's one of the better shows of the season, in all honesty. It's super fun time. You would like it, Ellie. I don't know why you haven't. It's one of those
I'm
ones
watching too much. I dropped so many.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You've dropped so many. You can pick one.
I'm still watching a lot.
Ellie, you sillies.
Hop on Elusive Samurai. Go watch the Shoto Boy.
No. Love the scene with the fireworks guy. Yeah, Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, Magician's right. I forgot about that one. We were like the guy doing the fireworks. The kaiju shows up, and the young guy is like, "Sir, we gotta go. There's a kaiju." And the guy's like, "No, I have been doing these fireworks for 20 years. I'm not gonna run away just because of a kaiju." And the young guy's like, "Oh, you're so cool, senpai. Yeah, let's do it." So they keep doing the fireworks, even though the guy. It's fucking great. I've been doing fireworks for 20 years.
Mm,
All right, but anyway, right. Ghost in the Shell. Fun episode this week on Ghost in the Shell as well.
yeah, very self-contained, very interesting all the way through.
Mm,
From new boyfriends
mm.
in the same not the same spy family, but in a
It's like section 1, section 6. Yeah,
yeah,
like different
9
departments. Yeah, 9. Yeah, different departments. Yeah.
different departments, all spy factions things
Mm.
anyway.
But oh no, big terrorism. Big. Oh no. That's.
Turns
Uh-oh.
out it's a revenge plot thing from an old guy, and we get information, and most of the like half of the episode is a little bit of a setup for the big action in the second half.
Yeah, where it's they get the drop they on Makoto, and big fight ensues. She gets damaged. Big damage. Oh no. Lost an arm.
He lost an
Yeah.
arm, bits of her face,
Our
her
guy,
chest.
the young guy gets shot, and he's bleeding out. It's no good. Ooh. But yeah, big fight happens. It turns out, oh wait, they're fighting Section 1.
What the fuck? Why are we fighting each other?
Yeah, what's going on here? Yeah, it turns out it's all like some ploy by the revenge guy, get information about stuff, big backroom deals, thingamabobs.
I did like
happening.
the small detail that, alright, so Makoto Major sees boyfriend trying to kill her, and then wait, what? Why are you the target?
Wait, what the fuck? Yeah, wait, what the fuck?
And then she goes, I am fucking fighting Section 1 here, fuckers.
Yeah.
But as she reports that the chief is already going to Section 1 because he found out that the tanks...
Chief he's already figured it out, yeah.
Yeah, he already figured out before Makoto, which is a fun detail. It doesn't take away that Makoto is, found something, but I do like that our chief, was it Araraki?
Yeah, he's competent. He's
very
a competent man.
Wait, attack, close down the port, the ports, the airports, close this section, this time, done, give me 12 minutes, etc. Done.
Yeah.
And now he's like, alright, tank, get the serial number, check the records, who got sold, where, stolen.
Oh shit, it's Section 1, off to the office to
alright, fucker, why is this tank here?
Yeah, what is going on here, buddy?
So let's not hurry. We have time to discuss this.
Yeah,
this is a complicated matter.
Complicated. Well, yeah. So yeah, pretty much good episode, fun times. This has been a really good, adaptation season of Ghost in the Shell. I've been enjoying it. It's very fun.
Also,
very well animated.
just for funsies, the reveal that the whole thing that Section 1 was doing to arrest Anaconda, the whole plot to get Major Kusanagi, to capture her, hand her over to the terrorists so he will get the location of Anaconda, so Section 1 could do the arrest, and la 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 la. Turns out Anaconda is dead.
Yeah, it's already done.
It's already done. It's all for nothing. Absolutely, completely for nothing.
It's all done.
Did you catch the outro? The small bit of
yeah, a little bit of that. Yeah. That was
where the chief of Section 1 is injured after a hit and run.
Mm.
How could that
Mm.
happen? And there's this detail that one of our group, right, of our Section 9 people, has a car with a dent in the front.
Yeah, yeah.
So it might be him that did a hit and run, implied. The
Oh boy.
intergovernmental backstabbing never ends in the cyberpunk world of Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, it keeps going. So yeah, that's good. So I guess last slide then. I guess I think.
Yeah, am I? Yeah, correct. Right. Let's talk about your Chainsmoker Cat vibes up to now.
Yeah. Well, I started watching Chainsmoker a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit of Chainsmoker Cat. Well, I only went up to like episode 2 or whatever. So not completely. But yeah, no, it's good. It's fine. I've been enjoying it. I'm gonna slowly like chip away at it probably in the background. Because it's funny. Haha. Haha, funny cats, Ellie. The haha, funny cat, funny poor cats. Because I was talking with Lolly about it. And he basically made the point that it's not about race. All that racism subtext, Ellie, that's nonsense. You know what it's really about? Being poor as fuck. That's that's what it's really about. It's about being poor as fuck. So yeah, big poor hours. I don't know if you agree with the
No,
assessment there.
there is some minority things happening
Yeah,
when
there is. Yeah, I'm memeing. I'm obviously memeing. But
because
there is a little bit of poor as being poor as
oh
fuck.
yeah, no, poor is a big part of it, but if you're actually systematically being discriminated against for not having a last name, that's weird. For that the world allows it, that the system allows for, oh, you're born without a last name. You're legally not allowed to have a last name.
You get deducted 5 points
on
or whatever.
on your tests, on your school tests. So you're actually having a less chance to get a good grade education for something you did not control. Actually outside of your control, now you get a worst educational career out of it. That's a racism, an actual systematic racism.
That's a big. But look, funny haha cat show.
Yeah,
okay?
Don't look at it. But as you're going to watch it, so I'm sensing the themes.
There's themes. Is there themes and such in my funny cats haha smoker?
Yeah, because
cat.
I remember that you were quite entertained by the idea that the druggy cat went, "Please let me have this." When she took like, "Why the fuck are you playing a human in this super racist game? Be discriminated against like the rest of us." And she went,
Please
let me have this. Natsu, that is her theme. That is her life story. Please let me have this.
Please let me have the heroine.
Basically, because
I need it. I
need it. I am crushed under all this pressure of the world, and I just need something to get me out of here, to escape, and it's drugs.
Yeah. I need the PCP. Like I did enjoy in that episode with the like they're smoking like the blunt that's like laced with like PCP or whatever,
or just regular weed.
No, I believe it. It's like indicated that it's got more in it than just weed. It's like laced with something else, right? And she's like, "This is definitely a cigarette, right?" Yes.
Yes.
This is normal. This tastes weird. It's kind of wonky. Yes, it is a cigarette. Shut the fuck up. There's nothing weird about that cigarette. You're imagining things.
Mm-hmm.
Very funny. Yeah.
No, I say this, Naretsu, because Yaku, as she's called, comes back from a visit to her family, and her hair is completely black.
Oh,
As in, the blonde is a dye.
You do notice on some of the why actually wasn't there like a flashback where like you see them in high school and her hair is black in the
That
flashback?
too, but also she has like black roots, so
Yeah, you can tell it's dyed. You can tell it's dyed.
Yeah, but it's completely black, and she's with her family. That means that she needed to be proper. None of this dyed stuff.
None of this heroin addict behavior.
Yeah. But she's very down. Well, she's very, hey, I have some souvenirs for you. But then doesn't want to talk about any of her experiences on her fun journey, right? So she goes to her room and she's crying.
Oh no. Oh
she's
no,
just
poor girl.
crying in anguish at the world, at what happened. What happened? I don't know.
Who knows?
Her being with her family is big trauma. Absolutely
big
horrible.
trauma, big torture, big oh no.
So that's her theme. We meet more of we meet the mother of Yanni and Imoko, of course. Spoilers, Nermetsu. The mother, smoker.
Oh,
hides it from Imoko. Enables Yanni. Takes cigarettes from Yanni because she wants to smoke so bad. But Imoko is so anti-smoke that she's just doing all the hiding your smoking tactics.
Oh no!
Spraying the Febreze on you. Eating mints. Chewing mints. Anything to get rid of the smoke smell on your body. Hiding smoking from your family. That I determined that's her theme, Naretsu.
Okay.
I am a smoker and
I'll maybe get there when I get there. We'll see how we go. But anyway, I guess
other than that, there's no big themes, things that are particularly interesting to mention. Funny skits, funny moments, funny things. We're getting to know the characters more and more.
So the cleaver-truces are continuing to cleaver-truce. Very fun. We get a big fight this time. It turns out that our soldier man has a fragment of the bad guy's regalia from last season. That
the red sword.
Yeah, he's tied it to a string and he's waving it around
to disrupt the flow.
He's spinning that around and fighting with it. He's fighting Plant Man with it. And so we establish a couple of things in this episode. One, using the magic is killing people, because they're using too much, stuff they can't handle,
draining their bodies, power, in health.
Yeah, big stuff. Our mouse girl is mouse girling still. She's still a mouse. Very, very bad predicament. Almost gets her head cut off.
As she
almost gets crushed.
That's a good thing, actually.
Gets crushed. That's a good thing, actually, because it means that she accumulates enough damage to heal.
Actual suffering makes her stronger.
Yeah.
It would be like the masochism, sadomasochism, but not as sexy, but just actually, just stab me, I'll get stronger.
Yeah.
Please stab me more.
So the conclusion of the fight is basically, they managed to subdue / stop Plant Man with the help of our bird fella. Birdman shows up. Good pal Birdman. And it turns out Birdman can understand Rat Girl. Understands our girl.
I have I didn't know if I said it before. I have a small theory, Nermitsu, that all the demonic beasts are kind of born this way. Right? They get turned with they have like a crest inside them. So Cleavertress would have like the shadow crest, controlling shadows or something. But he never really turned back into a human. He became a beast, and
well, I don't know what the go's going to be with that. We'll find out. We'll find out, I guess. But yeah, the general gist is that in the demon realm, I guess, where our girl is looks like a human, right? In the reverse mirror world, Birdman is in his bird form, and so there's there is some interesting stuff going on there. But essentially, yeah, they meet up. Meanwhile, Cleavertress is just having fun fucking with people. He's up in his tower sending out his guys, and he's like, "Oh, they figured out that they're weak to fire. Oh, but will they still be able to be strong enough to beat them and whatnot?" And also the lizard guy is singing sweet whispers into people's ears to get them to do things.
That's the book.
Get the fucking book. And so all the kids are being controlled to go
basically
get the book.
Brainwashed.
Yeah. So yeah, it's good. It's fun. We also got some funny haha comic relief girl. Funny haha.
Suffering.
Funny haha. Suffering, yeah. She's like, okay, if I keep stalling, we won't have to get into any combat. It'll be great.
We're going to check every room one by one.
We're going to check every room one by one. Make sure there's no one. Yeah, make sure there's no one. But they're here. They're here though. Wait, what?
Fuck.
Fuck. I fucking love her. She's great. God bless. She's trying, Ellie. She's trying. She's like, no, I can't go. If I go against Cleavertress, he's going to fucking kill me. Or fuck with my brain again. I don't want that. So yeah. She's funny. She's great. I like her. But Cleavertress is going good. It's going fine. We're slowly getting there. Haven't seen a whole lot of like that princess girl the priest was talking to a couple of times in previous episodes. We haven't seen a lot of her yet. So I don't know what's going on there.
We got a whole half season to find out.
We're getting there. Yeah, we got like 13 episodes, so we'll see how we go. But yeah, yep, it's good. It's fun. It's going good. So, what else we got? How's the Gohans doing? Are they handsing? Are we getting hands?
Well, the main there has been a Gohans when.
There has been a Gohans. Okay,
Gohans because
the Gohans quota has been made.
Yeah.
For today.
Clown Girl was running around, was running on the floor, then running on the wall, and then running on the ceiling and spinning around a bit, and la 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 la, and that was it. Unfortunately, Ritsu, you've seen the clips. You've seen the hair going all crazy.
I have. Yes.
That has been significantly less so, which is very disappointing, of course. But they want to kill Golden Toad, so the Golden Toad has massive, the gold rare enemy, kill it, get a bunch of money, etc., etc. That's the goal. They succeed in that. That's not the important part. Naruto, I kind of I thought about it, and the fun of this show in particular, Naruto, is that this show is about getting your build ready, getting your build online.
Yeah, gotta get the build going.
Getting to that good part of the game when you got your 4th party member, when you got your 3rd level spells, when you get your class pick, whatever you want to call it. This is about that journey to get there. And all the convoluted, awkward things you have to do along the way. It's such a drag to pick this class or this. Oh, that is this show. That's not a good example. Oh, it's such a drag to use this weapon, but as soon as I get the scope for it, badly, right?
Yeah.
So this anime is about that journey, and it does capture that journey in the steps you have to do, the limitations you're working with, and the goal you're reaching for. Um, so that's kind of what I see in the show, and which just makes it a fun experience. That you understand the grind, the struggles, the compromises you make along the way till that golden moment.
Right.
Even if you never
Oh,
played a game which works with, MMO RPG classes in a sense, but just any time when you reach a point in a game where it's unlocked,
yeah, it all clicks
it
together. You
all
get that. You
clicks,
get the
and that's the moment.
all of the synchronizations happen, and you're one shotting shit because you're
Yeah.
overpowered. Rogue Run,
When you
like
got your spells and your wraparounds in Noita, and a wand that has enough mana regen, or has a good enough wand cooldown, or the spells that that will all make that do that for you, then the game is like, all right, this might be the run. Any of those examples. That's this show basically, and it's funny
right.
when it does a Gohans.
Very good, very good. Do you want to do? We'll save Mushoku Tensei for last, I think.
Yes. The big snake. I thought it might be like a subversion, like the big snake at the big scary snake at the end might be friendly. But it isn't. Big snake. It was an enemy. Bunch of dogs join, sentient dogs, but actual dog looking. They do some. All right, you can join us as your thing. We'll adapt some tools so they have like more ridges, more grips, so paws can have a grip on them, so you can do some work, etc. Help out. Also, war dogs are pretty scary though. So you dogs, you're going to be actually part of the guard, because if you actually are intelligent, can communicate, can talk, and you can just bite me my head off, basically. Bite my neck off, bite me my neck and kill me. That's actually a scary threat. So
yeah, it's pretty spooky. It's pretty spooks.
And there's like a very Cheetos furry level dog girl, and our main, our friend guy, our fellow soldier man that came with Diaz, our big man, because he respects Diaz so much, sees her and went and followed her after her because he was so smitten. So we got big furries. We got our furries, and we got the furry in the show.
The furs do be furrying.
Yeah.
Do be doing the furs.
And then we kind of switched perspectives, and we go back to the kingdom. And we got three princes, or three descendants of the king right now. We got super scummy son that is stealing, raping, and all around bad guy who is kind of excommunicated, banished. Not really, but king is not very happy with him, and he's just scheming. He's just constantly scheming. Is that money is mine now. Oh, that thing not going to happen, etc., etc. Right? And he's so salty because he was going to rape a woman, Naretsu, and then Diaz came along and kicked his balls in.
There will be no rape. No rape today.
Yeah.
Instant castration.
And then Naretsu, this made him, oh, how dare Diaz do this to me. So he's big antagonist of the show right now. But he's not the
All
only
right.
antagonist. We got Princess. Princess that goes,
Mm,
fuck that man. I
fuck that
hate him.
dude.
I wanted him in my guard so he could, bolster my faction's, strength, etc. And he refused me. So now I'm going to destroy him. So Princess is stealing like the royal seal that makes documents like, this is the representation of the authority of the king. I stole that seal, and now I'm going to write a letter that says, if you associate with Diaz, you're a terrorist. Seal.
Mm,
So that's bad for Diaz, because she kind of presented this letter to like the Sultan guy that is now friends with Diaz and with the neighboring kingdom, and they're sort of, all right, if you associate with Diaz, we're going to invade you and kill you. Very nice. And lastly, we've got one prince that is just kind of stuck. He got yelled at by Diaz from like, he was like, "Oh, I'm a prince. I'm going to do war and be a big soldier man." And then Diaz came along and punched him in the face with like, "Fucker, what are you doing here?" But hey, but I'm a prince. And then Diaz said like, "Then
I don't give a
fucking
shit.
go to your fucking castle and stay there, stupid idiot." And Prince is not happy with that happening, but it's fine. It was warranted, I guess. So now we are going to this. So this one prince is going to support Diaz because the other his two siblings are such complete garbage. It's actually just corrupting the kingdom as a whole. So we're now getting some more of the politics going on. It's not just Diaz getting a different
new subject.
new
Yeah, new
species
man.
of the week. But now we're getting into the politics time. So that's kind of fun.
So, Mushoku.
Mushoku.
Mushoku. So two things kind of happening. We got the graduations.
Yeah.
So big graduations. We're losing our two cat and dog girl. Both leaving. They have a big fight where they need to determine who's going to be the village chief. Ellie, who's going to end up going back as the village chief. So they have big fight. Rudy is doing some WWE big commentary going on. Very, very fun.
Which
very
was
funny.
not appreciated, which I kind of find interesting.
Not
like,
very
oh
appreciated.
yeah, wait a minute. This is actually
This is serious.
This
is
actually
serious. Yeah.
Because this in a far lesser extent, this kind of reminds me when Rudy went like, "Oh, Paul, this is like a death flag you're doing. I don't want to hear your sad story right now. Your closing.
Yeah.
Because that would mean that you will die. So I'm going to stop you right now from doing this heartfelt moment. Because that's a death flag. I'm being genre savvy right now.
Yeah.
I'm deconstructing right now."
Yes.
And then father dies, and now Rudy is sad because he didn't have that heartfelt moment. And Rudy slips right back into that attitude, like, "Oh, funny moment, funny thing from my previous world."
Listen. Old habits die hard.
Yeah, they do. But I did
find.
I did want to mention that I had that observation.
So the fight happens. Dog girl wins the fight. So yeah, it's big fight. It's very sad. They separated. They're never gonna see each other again.
Ever.
It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Oh wait, there's only one carriage out.
one road south.
Yeah. Shit. So yeah. So they've exited the story essentially at this point, I believe. So goodbye to them. Moving on to the second half. Nanahoshi is doing the experiments. We've
Silent
got
7-star.
Yeah, we're doing some big rune stuff. I watched the cut content video, and the guy was talking about how it's like 100 layers of magic circles in that box, right?
Was like a
All
fairly hefty
compressed.
box or tall box.
Yes, it is. It is the way that they're doing it is they've got all the layers in the box compressed,
Mm.
and then Rudy puts his mana into the box, and the box distributes the mana. And yeah, experiment semi-successful. They got a watermelon. They have a watermelon. Not just any watermelon either. They got a seedless watermelon.
Ooh, that is a
Which is
modern
kind of
invention.
yes, which is kind of important. Yes, because that implies that they are drawing from high chance likelihood the our world slash
Mm-hmm.
other world, right? So that is very, very important. Although sort of a half victory because they were actually aiming to get a cabbage, but they got a watermelon. So it's not quite there yet,
Good
right? Not
enough.
quite there yet. It's good enough. It's close enough, but because the next step is they want to bring like a living animal over,
Mm-hmm.
try and get an animal through the thing. So yes, so they have a big party. Eat the watermelon, big party, very good. And the sister is like, I want to join the student council, and Rudy's like, well, you're already doing a lot of stuff, and you're very, don't want to overwork yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to overwork. But it's not my place to determine what you do in your life, so go have fun.
Yeah.
Basically that whole section.
Also, she already
But
kind of was working for the student council
yeah, she
anyway.
already kind of was already doing it anyway, so it's kind of like whatever. Um, and then I guess the final bit is Nana Hoshi is like, okay, we've gotten to this point. We need to go have a chat with my master. Okay, who's your master? Oh, it's the big boss, big dick man in the castle in the sky.
Yeah.
Big dick man, huge
The
hero,
killer of
god,
Laplace.
killer, one of the heroes that did the thing. Big dude. Also, he may or may not have a way to save your mum. Get
Maybe.
your mum back
He's
to
very
normal.
old, so he might know.
He's very old. He's very old and wise. He may or may not have a way to do it. Let's go say hi, right? And that's kind of setting up for the next arc. We had a big trailer, for the coming the coming a part of the series.
Hmm.
Yeah, because it's a big arc now. Very big stuff about to happen. Apparently, we're no longer in slice of life Mishoko Tensei. We are going back to fantasy isekai Mishoko Tensei. So
Alright.
allegedly,
Hmm.
we are moving back into big adventure time. So I guess we will find out next time what our man in the castle in the sky wants in exchange for whatever they're going to be doing. So yeah, fun episode. Again, very chill as have been the last few episodes. Very chill. But like I said, I think we're going to start. It has been because we're at like episode 7 now, right? Like
Yes,
it's been
6, 7.
a bit of a slow burn. Been a little bit of a slow burn, right? And I mean, I can kind of understand it because we did have quite a lot of action last season, right? With the
Yeah.
fights and stuff. So kind of makes sense that we're going a little bit slower now. But would appreciate maybe a little bit of a ramp up, a little bit, a little bit back to action. Hopefully next episode, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We
But it's
had
been
a
good.
whole fight in this episode. How can you say there's no
True,
action?
true. That is true. We had a cat fight, cat and dog fight. Yeah, we had a. It was quite well animated too. It was pretty because I liked how it kind of went a little bit like not Looney Tunes, but it was kind of like you could
Scrappy. There was
scrappy. Biting the legs and punching and scratches and
pulling
big,
hair, whatnot.
very big fight, very big. So anyway, I think that just about does it. I don't think anything else we need to talk about. So yeah, I guess that'll do us for this week.
Yeah, I
Take
wonder
it.
when that dragon lady is going to show up in the.
Yeah, she shows up in the little teaser trailer thingamabob for the next arc. So I assume she's going to be next antagonist, maybe, possibly Laplace reborn, Laplace daughter. Who
May
knows?
Is that
Maybe.
Nanahoshi in the middle there? Well, all
Yeah,
right. So
Nanahoshi.
that kind of does imply like this is like this the
Well, the other
Nanahoshi.
thing is that we forgot to mention is Nanahoshi is she getting sick? She getting big sick, Ellie. And
Oh,
I'm wondering if that's not just because she's overworking herself. Especially because in the trailer there's like, oh, she coughing blood. That's.
I haven't seen the trailer, so
Nanahoshi. Yeah,
I
you should give it a watch. It's pretty interesting. So
yeah.
yeah,
If I'm
Nanahoshi might
already
be
this
in trouble.
close, then or is it like a new trailer for this coming arc, or is
It like came out like a little bit ago. It was like mid-season. Here's a little teaser for what's
episode
coming or
5 or
whatever.
4 maybe? I don't.
You'll have to have a look. It doesn't
I
matter.
mean,
But anyway,
I don't think I will. We're close enough
yeah,
to
you're going to
this.
be unspoiled. Yeah, you're going to be unspoiled by the teasers
Yeah.
trailers. But anyway, we will catch you boys next time. Later. Bye
Later.
bye.